Hello and welcome. We are doing some more Apollo Justice Ace Attorney Trilogy. We are in the final game of the trilogy, and we are looking at the magical turnabout. Let's get going. Episode 2, the magical turnabout. Okay. That was certainly something. April 27th, 10 a.m., Penrose Theater stage. Is this some kind of extremely elaborate stage play or something? I am confused, but we will see. And that's how the evil magician Mysterious was defeated. Okay. So it is a stage play. See you for Act 2, everybody. Oh, no. I have a bad track record with... Brava, Trucy! Wow, Apollo. Wasn't that a great trick? You bet. I've never seen such a great magic act. Okay, so we're playing Apollo for this case, I guess? Did you know they even featured Trucy's show on TV this morning? Penrose Theater. A well-known gateway to success for entertainers. It's here at this famous theater that we'll finally get to see Trucy writes, Trucy and Grammari Land. The long-awaited revival of the magic of Troop Grammari. Oh, wow. I almost thought the game series forgot about those people. Wow, that explains why there's a TV crew here to cover the show. This is the perfect opportunity to promote the Right Anything Agency, too. After all, people look up things they see on TV, right? But wouldn't they be looking up the talent part and not the law part of our agency? Mamma mia, you're right. We'd get nothing but requests from Trucy's fans, wouldn't we? Oh well, I guess we'll just have to make it the old-fashioned way. My name is Apollo Justice. I'm a rookie lawyer with only about 2 years of experience under my belt. We're here to see Trucy's magic show. She's a fellow member of our agency. We came on behalf of our boss, Mr. Wright, who's away on a trip. Oh boy, is he ever. Oh, did you hear, Apollo? Even though it's only her debut, her shows are completely sold out. What? Really? That's amazing. Voila! A star is born! Who knows how far she'll go? At this rate, nothing in the world can stop us. Wahahaha! You do realize this has nothing to do with you, right? This is Athena Sykes. She's another member of our agency. She may not look it, but at just 19 years old, she's a lawyer as well. What do you mean she may not look it? Of course I look the part. Care to explain how exactly? Oh, come on, have a heart. Stop treating me like a child. That gadget around Athena's neck that spoke just now, that's Widget. Widget helps Athena out with her special field of expertise, analytical psychology. He also has a habit of blurting out whatever Athena's really thinking. Yeah, this little guy can be a little unruly at times. Hey, upgrade me already. Wait, Widget exists? I know, right? We're referencing things that haven't been referenced in forever. Your attention, please. The show will restart after a 20-minute intermission. We ask that you please be back in your seats before the next act. Thank you. Hey, why don't we go say hi to Trucy in her dressing room during the break? Oh, yes, let's go see the big star. I'm so nervous. What should I say to her? Whatever you usually say to her at the office every day. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Dressing room. Hey, it's the... Hang on a second. Troop Grammari Magical Menagerie. I recognize all those people, but have we added a new... Are we retconning in a new member of Troop Grammari there? So this is Trucy's dressing room. Looks like she's busy over there with someone. Could you sign this, please, ma'am? Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? A fan asking for Trucy's autograph, maybe? I don't think so. It looks like some kind of contract. Thank you very much. I'll get this to the producer right away. Great, thanks. Oh, Polly, Athena, you came. Of course. Congratulations on your big debut. Hehe, thanks. Who was that just now, by the way? Somebody from Take-Two TV. They want to turn my magic show into a TV special. They're planning to broadcast it nationwide. Can you imagine? Wow, you really are a big star. Hey, can I get your autograph later, Trucy? Sure, my signature's in high demand today. Would you like one too, Polly? Yeah, actually, I would. Oops, looks like I ran out of flyers. So I'll have to sign your forehead instead. Hey, knock it off! Look, just forget about the autograph. This is Trucy Wright. She's a magician and Mr. Wright's adopted daughter. She's becoming quite renowned in the magic world these days for her impressive skills. A lot of people get this wrong, but Apollo's actual job is being my magic assistant. No, you're the one who gets it wrong. Oh, think you can do that trick you always do at the office for me, Trucy? Okay. Behold, the wondrous magic that can make anything disappear. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! My magic panties are an extra-dimensional galaxy. Brava, Trucy, brava! Okay, but why do you always have to make my attorney's badge disappear? Well, that's because out of everyone at the Alright Anything agency, you're the one I get the best reaction out of. That doesn't make my poor badge feel any better. Also remember, though this has not been brought up again, that Trucy and Apollo are brother and sister. They don't know that either. But Phoenix does. Well, let's see, what do we got? Congrats. Congrats, Fräulein Wright. I wonder who set that. I guess I shouldn't touch anything while Trucy's around. You shouldn't touch anything while I'm not around either. She read my mind. Yeah, I thought that G looked a little familiar. Anyway, let's talk the show. Thanks again for inviting us, Trucy. Hey, thank you for coming. Your show sure packs a wallop. I nearly fell out of my seat when that dragon showed up. And when it attacked you, whew, I was terrified, even though I knew it was all just part of the show. That's good, because that trick is the crowning glory of Act 1. I'm really glad you're enjoying the show. I heard your shows are completely sold out, Trucy. They say your fans were all over the tickets the instant they became available. Like hungry wolves going after their prey. Sounds like you've made a loyal pack of followers for yourself already, Trucy. But you two are the only ones who got a special VIP invitation from me. Today is just a dress rehearsal for the performers, staff, family, and friends. A general probe, huh? That's what they call it in Germany. The real show isn't until the day after tomorrow. Oh, by the way, are you gonna finally do your magic panties trick on stage after the break? Sorry to disappoint anyone who came just to see my magic panties, but my next trick is completely new. I'm debuting it today. Oh my. A new trick, huh? Are you gonna chop Apollo up into little lawyer bits? Funny, I don't recall ever agreeing to anything like that. Well, that does sound like a good idea. Today's trick is a totally new Troop Grammar Eye original. The entire future of the troop is riding on the success of this special new trick. How so? Special new trick. This show is really important to me. It isn't like any of the other shows I've done. As the rightful heir to the Troop Grammar Eye repertoire of magic, this show is my first chance to unveil the tricks I've inherited. Troop Grammar Eye, huh? Yeah, I have a poster of them hanging right over there. Yeah, so we have added a new person. Feels like it's been ages since I've seen a picture of them. Troop Grammar Eye was a group of magicians who dominated the magic world in their day. Trucy is the sole heir to the troop's entire repertoire of stage magic. Well, kind of. One of those on there is still around, at least. Huh? Who's this guy in green and purple on the left here? Okay. Oh, that's the great Mr. Rias, the other magician in today's show. He used to belong to Troop Grammar Eye too, a long time ago. Hey, so tell us more about this special magic you're going to reveal today. It's a secret Troop Grammar Eye trick, left behind by my late granddaddy, Magnifi Grammar Eye. It's never been performed before, so this is the first time it'll be seen by the public. The grand unveiling, huh? No wonder she's been working so hard. Well, I better get going. Huh? Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show is only a few days away. You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yup, because everything's gotta be just right. Trucy inherited all of Troop Grammar Eye's magic tricks from her father when he died. And the troop's entire legacy is now resting on her shoulders. No wonder she's feeling the pressure. Looks like everything's going well today, though. I mean, that last trick was perfect. Grace under pressure, that's me. After all, a true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. That's the Troop Grammar Eye creed. It's hard to believe you've accomplished so much, even though you're still in high school. Heh. But to tell you the truth, I'm actually pretty nervous. Who wouldn't be? Oh, I bet this would do the trick. You'll be fine, Trucy! If anybody can do it, you can! Polly... That was just the boost I needed! Thanks! Apollo's fine sure has a way of really hitting you right in the heart and in the ears. Enough ragging on my voice already. Trucy? Oh, hi, Bonnie. It's almost time for the second act. Okay. Bonnie, who's a bunny. This is not Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh, okay, thanks. Well, Apollo, Athena, enjoy the rest of the show. Break a leg, Trucy. Thanks, I will. I hope her new trick goes well. Hey, this is Trucy we're talking about. She'll be fine. Oh, I wouldn't be so sure. Huh? Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know? I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that, exactly? Oh, nothing. Now if you'll excuse me. Well, that wasn't ominous. Wait, this isn't Five Nights at Freddy's? Spoiler alert, yeah. She's gone. What was that all about? Judging by what she said, I'm going to guess she's probably a magician, too. Come on, Apollo. We've got to get back to our seats now, or we'll be late. Ow, hey, stop pulling! Okay, let's see. I guess it's time to move back to the stage. Move back to the stage. There's our little movement tutorial. April 27th, Penrose Theater stage. Hurry up, Apollo. It's about to start. I want to see what Trucy's next trick is. You're really wound up today, aren't you? Why don't you take your seat and try to relax? Whoa, look. There's a TV reporter over there. With a TV camera and everything. Oh yeah, baby! Athena, sit down. You're blocking people's view. Yeesh. I feel like I'm babysitting here. Hello, everyone. I'm reporting from the beautiful Penrose Theater, where the public performance of Trilogy and Grammar Land begins in just 2 short days. But today, they very kindly agreed to give us a sneak preview. Isn't this exciting? Apollo, do you think I was on TV just now? How should I know? But if you were disgracing our entire agency, that's for sure. Hey, what the heck's that supposed to mean? Oh, here comes.
Now, give up your dastardly ways! Huh? Over here. Come now, Mr. Hat. Offer the girl's life up to Mr. Rias and bring him back to life. What?
Just when and how did she make the switch?
You won't be reviving anyone today.
It's Mr. Hat. We went a whole game without him. Wow, that was amazing. I have no idea how she escaped that coffin. I'm glad Trilogy's escape trick went off without a hitch. And when I open the coffin, like this, inside you see... Mr. Rias? But how? Wonder what's going on. He's not getting up. Eek! Trilogy. Oh, the dragon fell. What just happened? Well, man, an accident? Is like that guy dead? Was that Shaggy? Wait, that's not part of the act? Attention, please, for your own safety. We ask that everyone please evacuate the building. What's going on? Is Trilogy okay? Outside, everyone. Evacuate immediately, please. Whoa, hey, stop grabbing at me. Trilogy! Yep. I thought something like that was gonna happen. April 27th, Penrose Theater. At least this time we're not going to have to go over music lyrics about 1 billion times. Well, I shouldn't curse ourselves here by saying that, but let's see. They kicked us out. Hey, what gives? Will somebody please tell us what's going on? Poor Trilogy. I hope she's okay. Hey, here comes that staff member from before. Your attention, please. We regret to inform you that today's show has been canceled. What? But I was looking forward to the rest of it. We're very sorry, but the theater is on lockdown pending a police investigation. Excuse me, is it because of that accident? That man in the coffin, is he? Well, we're still trying to figure things out, sir. But I can tell you that Miss Wright is fine. She wasn't injured, so please don't worry. Thank goodness she's okay. Hey, you there! Who's this? Bunny's Coffee? What the heck is going on? They wouldn't even let me in! Me, for crying out loud! Oh, Mr. Rettins, there was an accident during the show. An accident? Great. Just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money was sinking into this program? And you are? The man behind the scenes, that's who. This is a fine kettle of fish, let me tell you. Spinning all this is gonna be a real pain in my posterior, believe you me. Spinning? As in covering it up? Look, I gotta get inside, seriously. Can a guy catch a break around here? Well, there he goes. Why don't we go back to the office for now? I'm sure Trilogy will call us once things have settled down. Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay. Oh, an investigation. I wonder if there's a new detective character. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is anyone going to be able to fill the Bobby Fulbright hole in our hearts? Even though apparently the Bobby Fulbright we knew was a fake the entire time. Ring, ring. Beep. It's no use. I can't get a hold of Mr. Wright. I wonder if something happened to him in Kurine. If only you knew. Maybe he got caught up in some kind of trouble again, as always. Boy, ouch. That, I felt the smack, but how hardly on the nose that was. Yeah, trouble's drawn to him like iron filings to a magnet. Hey, Apollo, speaking of Kurine, they're showing something about it on TV right now. There has been some surprising news coming out of the kingdom of Kurine. The country recently saw defense attorney Phoenix Wright win a not guilty verdict. Oh, it's the Exposition Channel. I love that one. The first verdict of its kind in 23 years. Mr. Wright won a trial in Kurine? Lawyers are said to be highly disrespected in the kingdom of Kurine. How did he not know that? Like, how do you miss out on that? So Mr. Wright's win was an upset victory amidst entrenched hostility. Wow, did you hear that? The first time in 23 years. Yeah, but what was he doing in court there in the first place? I thought he just went for a visit. So he was in some kind of trouble, just like we thought. Next, an update on the unfortunate accident that occurred at the Penrose Theater. Only on Exposition 24/7. Hey, now they're talking about the accident at Trucy's show. Famed magician, the great Mr. Rias, was skewered with a sword and died on the spot. Oh, I get the pun. It's the great Mr. Rias. Oh, no, I hate it. Oh, no, so he really is dead? And now, here is the footage of that deadly moment. I much prefer Mr. E from Scooby-Doo Mystery Inc. I have a horrible feeling we're going to have to watch this footage over and over again. But I might just have lingering trauma from Turnabout Serenade. I was just about to make that Mr. E joke. Yeah, hey, if you haven't seen Mystery Inc., watch it. It's great. Mr. Rias's body isn't visible in this footage, but these are still very shocking images. The magician, Trucy Wright, is reportedly still only a high school student. Really? Oh, yeah, she's 17. Okay. And because everything's gone up another year, yeah. Could it be that this unfortunate accident happened due to a lack of proper training? Did the young magician have enough experience, preparation, and knowledge? Some might say that Troop Grammari should be held accountable for this incident. Hey, what kind of biased reporting is this? Yeah, you're making it sound like it's all Trucy's fault. Oh, we've just received more breaking news. Oh my! The young magician in question, Trucy Wright, is now under arrest on the charge of involuntary manslaughter. Oh no. She's caught the Maya Fey curse. What? We will keep you updated as this unfortunate tale unfolds. Stay tuned. Trussy's under arrest? She can't be. Apollo, we've got to do something. Yeah, let's get down to the detention center right away. But before I forget, I think I'll jot a few things down about the case. I'll just open up the court record with E. Okay. Wait. And flip to the bottommost... I got ahead of it, apparently. Okay, make a few notes. I can use it like a to-do list. Yes, I know. And it's invaluable. I love that feature. Makes investigations a lot snappier. Go talk with Trucy in the detention center. Got it. So we got Trucy, Athena, Phoenix, Bonnie, a bunny-themed assistant who appeared on stage with Trucy, and Mr. Rettens. Mr. Rettens? I don't get the pun yet. A man somehow connected to the magic show. He showed up at the theater after the incident took place. A member of Phoenix's crew has been accused of murder. What a twist! I know, right? What a twist! Detention center time. April 27th, detention center. Visitor's room. Poor Trucy. What can we even say to her? Oh! Polly! Athena! Trucy, are you okay? I'm fine. Don't worry about me. We saw the news about the accident on TV. I guess I can't Houdini my way out of this one. I got arrested and everything. And they say I'm the one who caused the accident. But that's not true, right? To be honest, I don't really know. I mean, I have no idea how an accident like that could have happened. The trick went off without a hitch. I'm sure of that much. Still, the police just won't listen to me. They've already decided that it was all my fault. I'm exhausted after all their questions. Looks like she's been able to hang in there at least. Yeah, she really is one tough cookie. I know you're tired, but can you tell us a little bit about the accident? Yes, of course. Go ahead and ask me anything. I'll be fine. All right, first look at the attorney's badge. Oh, your attorney's badge. Does this mean you want me to... Not even you can make it disappear through this glass. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! Huh? It's gone! Wow, how did you do that? And how are you going to make it reappear? Oh, guard, I'm ready to go now. Wait, what about the rest of the trick? Oh no, bad end, Apollo. Wait, no. She stole the badge, so he's not the lawyer anymore. She's the lawyer. That's how it works. That's the rules. I'm sorry. The incident. For starters, can you help us understand what happened? In today's show, there was a dead body in the coffin. How did that happen? Was there some kind of accident? And now Apollo is the defendant. Oh my gosh. This really is a turnabout. I don't really know. The coffin was supposed to be empty when I opened it. But instead, Mr. Rias's body was in there. That must have been a huge shock for you. And when the dragon set piece fell down at the end, was that an accident too? It must have been. I have no idea how or why that happened either. Nothing went the way it was supposed to. I still can't believe Mr. Rias is actually dead. As tough as she is, this is obviously taking a toll on her. But how did Mr. Rias's body get into the coffin in the first place? Trucy, we need you to tell us the secret of the trick. You know what they say. A magician never reveals her secrets. But I guess I should make an exception this time. But if you ever tell anybody, I'll make you my guinea pig for every single new magic trick from now on. Don't worry, I'm a lawyer, remember? Client confidentiality is part of the job. Yeah. Alright, the magic trick. So let's call this trick Trucy's Great Escape. How did you get out of the coffin? All right, here goes. I'll reveal the trick just for you two. Prepare yourselves for an exclusive explanation by magical girl Trucy Wright. There's a secret trapdoor in the stage that leads down to the understage passage. Yeah, I'm getting big Turnabout Serenade flashbacks. A trapdoor? So when did you slip down into the understage passage? Remember when Mr. Hat was on stage holding a sword next to the coffin? Well, by then, I had already escaped from the coffin and was waiting understage. And while I was down there, I did several things to get ready for the next part. What technique? Okay, so what happened next? Mr. Hat was quickly raised up to the catwalk by wire. There's a cushion up there that acts as a shock absorber when Mr. Hat hits it. Meanwhile, I popped back up onto the stage through a different trapdoor. And voila, the switch is complete. So who was supposed to be in there? She was acting like somebody was supposed to be in the coffin, right? I had no idea all of that was happening. I was convinced you were still in the coffin. That's what professional magicians do. They make their audience see something that isn't really there. In other words, you make us see illusions, right? We call it misdirection. While we keep you busy believing one thing, we're busy making something else happen. What we say is there really isn't, and what we say isn't there actually is. I get it. It's kind of like a magical bluff. But there's no escaping the fact that the victim's body was actually in the coffin. It wasn't empty like it was supposed to be. Yeah, that's the part I don't understand. The last thing in the world I expected to see in there was Mysterious. Could he have climbed in there by mistake? I should get back to asking Trucy about the accident. Can you tell us more about the victim? The Great Mysterious. Who exactly is this Mysterious? You said he used to belong to Troupe Grammari, right? Wait, you don't know who the Great Mysterious is, Apollo? No, this is literally the first time he's been mentioned, thank you. He's super famous. He's all people talk about on TV. Really? I just assumed he was one of Trucy's assistants. Way to diss the dead, Apollo. So how did the two of you come to perform together, Trucy? Well, like I said, he used to be a member of Troupe Grammari. He was a protege of my granddaddy, Magnifi Grammari. So the TV station arranged for us to perform together this time because of that connection. Did he continue performing as a magician after he left Troupe Grammari? No, he got injured while practicing for a show about 13 years ago. That's why he left the troupe. After that, he took a break from magic for a while. I'm pretty sure it's a recent thing, him getting famous again. I only started seeing him on TV again maybe last year. I had nothing but respect for Mysterious as a magician. I can't tell you how sad I am this happened. I can't imagine how traumatic it must be to have someone die during your big show. Oh, but hey, don't worry, I'm fine. I have to stay strong for my fans. Oh. We're about to get a tutorial. Yeah, he must not have been a good apprentice if Magnifi didn't try to convince Mr. Rias to shoot him while he was in the hospital. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. It's like, wow, that guy must have sucked or something, because, yeah, he did it with Valent and Trucy's father. Well, my bracelet is reacting. People tend to unconsciously tense up when they're trying to hide something. When I pick up on their distress, the bracelet around my wrist starts to feel tight. So I guess this means that Trucy's trying to hide something from me. Well, I guess I should give my bracelet a tap with R. I can see things others can't. The slightest twitch, gesture, or change in expression. Yes, I can see it all when I'm concentrating intensely like this. And when people are feeling nervous, they sometimes reveal a certain habit or tell. I'll just shift my viewpoint around until I find Trucy's tell. Okay? Okay, I think I found her telltale tell. Now to listen carefully to every word and see what she gets shifty-eyed over. Then I'll perceive whatever she seems nervous about to get to the bottom of things. Yep. Don't worry. Oh, I'm fine. You're not fine. Come on, Trucy. You should know by now that you can't hide anything from me. Ah, don't tell me that your bracelet reacted. Yep. And here I thought my smile was going to do the trick. Heh. Looks like I broke the first rule of being a magician. But your entertainer always keeps a smile on their face, right? I remember hearing you say that before. That's right, it's a Grammar motto that my daddy used to say before he passed away. I'll never forget it. It's one of the few precious memories I have of him. But you can't keep everything inside, Trucy. You'll burst. Why don't you tell me what's bothering you? I can't. If I did, you wouldn't believe in me anymore. That's not true. As an entertainer, you believe in always keeping a smile on your face. And as a lawyer, I have a belief that's important to me as well. My badge? Your attorney's badge? I swore on this badge that I would always believe in my client to the bitter end. That's the cornerstone of being a good lawyer. Mr. Wright taught me as much. So no matter what you tell me, I'm gonna keep on believing in you, Trucy. All I ask is for you to have a little faith in me, too. Alright. Thanks, Polly. Alright, the truth. Polly, what if I made a mistake? What do you mean? What if it really was me who stabbed Mr. Rios? What makes you say that? Well, in my escape trick, I used both a real sword and a rubber sword. I switched the real sword for the rubber sword just before I stab it into the coffin. So even if somebody had been in there, the rubber sword shouldn't have hurt them. But Mr. Rios was found dead in the coffin. I know! It just doesn't make any sense! I know they swapped the swords! You're absolutely sure? Positive. I practiced that trick hundreds of times with no mistakes. I remember very clearly swapping the swords this time, too. But could I have made a mistake this time? Could she really have? Well, I'd better get going. Huh? Where to? To practice my act, of course. The show's only a few days away. You're really pushing yourself. Didn't you practice until late last night, too? Yep, because everything's got to be just right. Maybe I really did kill Mr. Rios. Trucy, the worst possible mistake I could make. Such a horrific accident right in the middle of my show. And yet, all I can think about is, now that this has happened, Troupe Grammar will get its performance rights pulled. There'll never be another show. Everything my family worked so hard for will be gone forever. And poor Mr. Rios had his whole life and a great career ahead of him. I ruined everything. I destroyed it all. I took it all away. That's awfully dramatic of you. Polly, I'm ready to pay for what I did. Trucy, I don't think you did anything wrong. You don't? I've had one question going through my mind this whole time. Was this accident really your fault? What do you mean? I don't have any proof or anything, it's just... I don't think you'd make a mistake like that. Paulo, I saw how hard you worked on your trick, staying up late every night to practice. And I know you. You always get everything picture perfect. Nobody's perfect all of the time. Still, I think something else caused Mr. Rios' death. Not any mistake of yours. After all, you're sure you swapped the swords, right? Yes, I remember doing it. And I just know it wasn't your fault, Trucy. But how can you say that? We won't have any proof it wasn't me. I mean, I know you're a great lawyer, Polly, but I believe in you, Trucy. And I believe in your skill as a professional magician. So I'm gonna prove your innocence. Don't worry. You're gonna be fine! Thank you, Apollo. Thank you for believing in me. I'm gonna believe in you too. Good. I'm sorry, I need a tissue. I've never seen Trucy cry like this before. She always seems so strong. In justice we trust. Oh, man. Rip Fulbright. Maybe sometimes she's just putting on a brave face. She's still just a kid, after all. So I'll have to ask to make it official, but will you let me defend you? Yes! I'm counting on you. I don't want to have to cancel the show on its opening day. Right. She seems fine now. Trucy, let's win this trial together! Unlike some people. So Athena's Apollo's assistant for this one? Well, we better get right to investigating. Come on, Athena, wipe that nose and let's go. Excuse you! Do you see any snot on my face, Apollo? Yeesh, talk about an emotional roller coaster. We'll need to investigate the stage at the Penrose Theater where the body was found. Yeah, I hope no one will try to stop us. If you're going to the Penrose Theater, can I ask you a favor? Of course, what is it? I left a very special notebook behind in my dressing room. Sure, we can pick it up for you. That notebook is really important to me. I don't know what I'd do if anybody read it. Ugh. Wow, I wonder what's in it. The notebook is in my blue handbag on the table. It's big and black. You can't miss it. Thanks in advance. And with that, I've got to go. It seems they've got more questions for me. All right. See you later, Trucy. So, should we investigate the stage first or go get the notebook? Well, let's look at our notes. Look for Trucy's notebook or investigate the crime scene. Let's get the notebook first. That sounds like a good plan. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Dressing room. Dressing room looks just like the way it did before the incident. All these items look kind of lonely without their owners. You have to find Trucy's notebook for her. Let's see. She said it would be in her blue handbag on the table, right? We should see what else we can check out while we're here. Alright. Oh, this is our new investigation theme for this game. Pretty funky, I'm liking it. Oh, here's that handbag Trucy was talking about. I feel a little funny about digging around in a girl's purse. I guess it's okay to open it. After all, she did ask us to. But not you, Apollo. Let me do it. Let's see. Huh? No, not this. What's this? Oh, wow. She has... Oh, Trucy, you are bad. What is it? I want to see, too. That's funny. She said it was a black notebook, right? But there's nothing like that in here. Maybe Trucy was wrong about where she left it. Well, let's keep looking around for it. All right. What about this? What's this? A script of the show? It says Bonnie, so it must belong to that bunny assistant we saw in the show. Magic show script. You and I got to see the first two parts up to the end of the 10:20 a.m. segment. But this Mr. Rios' fire trick, we didn't get to see that part. Yeah, because they canceled the show after the accident. Hey, there's a note about the fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket's ready. Come to think of it, when Mr. Rios turned into a dragon, it breathed fire, didn't it? Coin tricks and fire tricks were Mr. Rios' specialties. Maybe they had some big finale planned, where Mr. Rios and Trucy would face off in a grand magical showdown after his revival. Alright, the fire trick was canceled due to the incident. Alright. The great Mr. Rios, 5,000 cents. And here's some bunnies. Oh, look at the adorable little bunnies. Rabbits, huh? I used to have a pet rabbit. Really? You? You sure don't look the type. What do you mean? What's wrong with me having a pet rabbit? Aren't people who have rabbits as pets usually the quiet, sensitive type? Well, pardon me for being so loud and insensitive. There's rabbit food. Let's look at the poster again. Trucy put some posters up, I see. Oh, here's one of Troop Grammari. Troop Grammari, Magical Menagerie, huh? Looks like a bunch of folks dressed in outfits a bit too gaudy for their age, if you ask me. But isn't that pretty much how all the best magicians dress? Was Troop Grammari really such a big deal back in the day? I guess so. Everybody in the country knew them back then. They had great tricks. Like making a building disappear or escaping a safe dropping from a helicopter. Ow, I was in Europe at the time, so I had no idea. But if even you know about them, then they must have been really famous. I used to see them a lot on TV. I think it was back when I was in junior high. The one in black was the original leader of Troop Grammari, Trucy's grandfather. His name was Magnifi Grammari. The one in pink with the mustache, that's Zach Grammari, Trucy's late biological father. Oh, and look, there's Mr. Rios. So this poster is from back when he was a member of Troop Grammari, huh? Trucy said he left the troop after he was injured during a show or something, right? 13-year-old poster added to the court record. Okay. Mr. Rios was injured during a show 13 years ago and left Troop Grammari. Alright, well, we got it. And there's a bird. It's a dove. Trucy must use it in one of her tricks. Yeah, there's another bird cage next to it. I wonder what's in that one. Coo, ka-choo! What in the world was that? We can't look at it. Let's see, what about this? Look at all this stuff. I bet it belongs to that bunny assistant we saw on the show. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Does she really need all that? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen so much makeup. When it comes to sheer number of items, your desk back at the office isn't any better. Those things are the natural accumulation of 2 years of work, and they're all necessary. Really? Instant noodles and crackers? Of course, I need those for when I have to stay at the office all night preparing a case. And the comic books too? Oh, of course, I need those too. Manga these days are super realistic and informative. I need them for research. Uh-huh, I see. So you need to research street fighting and the funnies, do you? Yeah, I really like Street Fighter, the game, by that great company, Capcom. What's this over here? We got a... This is Rios' stuff? I say we take a look through Mr. Rios' things, too. Hey, is that a notebook sticking out from behind his briefcase? You're right. It's practically screaming, over here, look at me. Do you think it could be... Oh, wow, Athena. Our hunch was right. It's Trucy's notebook. What's it doing mixed in with Mr. Rios' stuff? Good question. Trucy's ultra-important notebook. It was mixed in with Mr. Rios' belongings. It's locked. I guess that means we can't read it. I wonder what kind of secrets are in there to make her want to lock it. A girl her age needs her privacy. Besides, everybody has a secret or two they don't want others to know about. If there's anything in there about kisses or crushes, I think Mr. Wright would cry. Well, we've examined just about everything, I think. Looking through other people's stuff was so thrilling, like I'm doing something naughty. I know what you mean. Just don't go poking around in my things at the office. Why? What do you have to hide? I don't think I like how her eyes lit up all of a sudden. Anyway, we better get this notebook to Trucy. Oh, we already searched here, but it never hurts to take another look around. I do want to see this. The flowers. Oh, these are from Prosecutor Gavin. Roses, huh? I like him. Pretentious. They might be pretentious, but you know what? He makes it work. Paulo, I've noticed this for a while now, but you get awfully prickly when it comes to Prosecutor Gavin. You think so? I mean, don't hate him just because he's beautiful. That's not it at all. What about these? Hey, these flowers, they're from Lamarar. Lamarar? Where have I heard that name before? Oh, she's a famous singer. They call her the Siren of the Ballad, and she's pretty popular. Why would a famous singer be sending Trucy flowers? Well, we met her through a case I headed up once. Wow, your circle of acquaintances is bigger than I thought. Lamarar, I don't know why, but her songs really touch me for some reason. I hope she's doing well. Yeah, we established that that's your mom in at the end of the credits of your game, but you don't know that yet. Huh? Aren't these Ninetales flowers? You know, those flowers only grow in Ninetales Vale? Oh my goodness, you're right! There's a card here and a letter to go with it. The card says, "Good luck, Trucy," from Damien and Jinxie Tenma. Mayor Tenma and Jinxie, huh? What does the letter say? Let's see. Oh! There's a message for you in here, too. Please tell Mr. Demon Lawyer I said thank you for everything. Thanks to him, I overcame my fears, and now I'm not afraid of yokai anymore. And guess what? I've even become friends with yokai like Iten Momen and Konaki Gigi. No matter what happens, I guess she'll never grow out of her demon obsession. Ah, yes. Ninetales Vale, remember that nice Californian town? That's the dress she was wearing. Look at all these costumes. I bet they're all Trucy's. Oh, could you tell by the scent? Are you like some kind of bloodhound or something? I'm her assistant, not her pet. Okay, I think we've seen enough. So let's head back to detention and give her the notebook back. Oh, we can't? Trucy's ultra-important notebook. It was mixed in with... Yeah, why was it mixed in with Mr. Rias's belongings anyway? I guess we can't yet, so let's go back to the stage. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Stage. Okay, let's get down to business. Hey, what do you think you're doing? We're the attorneys for the defendant in this case. Is it alright if we examine the scene? Of course it's not alright. I don't care if you're the defense or the president. No unauthorized investigations. Oh, come on. It wouldn't kill you to let us take a look around. I said no. Now get out of here. Scram! I guess we'll just have to try and get permission from the lead detective. And who is that? Who's the lead detective? Can we go out here? Okay. April 27th, Penrose Theater. The person you are trying to call is not available. After the tone, please... I've tried calling Mr. Wright 100 times, but he never picks up. We've left him some voicemail, so he'll probably call once he gets them. He's gonna flip when he hears out what happened to Trucy. Hey, this is the place, the theater, where that magical murder happened. Oh yeah, I wonder if they brought the dead body out yet. I hear they already arrested the murderer. They say it's a young girl. Yeah, a high school student. Can you believe it? Kids these days. What's with all the curious bystanders? They sure are kicking up a fuss. How dare they call Trucy a murderer? They've got some nerve. We can't let people think that about her. We have to defend her. Apollo, is that you? Oh! Emma? It's sure been a while. How have you been? Oh, can't complain. I haven't seen you in ages. In 2 whole games. Emma is not usually in the best of moods, so I never quite know what to do or say around her. Well, we have some business to take care of, so I guess we better get going. Hey, wait a minute. What? Was it something I said? You're darn right it's something you said. What's with you brushing me off like that? We got heaps to catch up on. After all we've been through. You're not still mad at me about something, are you? Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Who's this, Apollo? A distant cousin or something? No, Emma's a detective. I've had the Pleasure of working with her before. Hello, I'm Emma Sky, forensic investigator. Wait, so you're finally a full-fledged forensic investigator? Yeah, I finally achieved my lifelong dream. Look, I even have an official forensic investigator armband and everything. That's great, Emma. I bet the exam was really hard, huh? Oh, it was a cinch. Really? Because I thought you said something about failing it over and over. Well, never mind that. The important thing is, I'm not a plain old detective anymore. So no more boring old investigations for me. I'm so happy I could hug the whole world. Coming from you, that's really something. Criminals beware. Fingerprinting, luminol testing, DNA analysis. Emma Sky is ready to go, so bring it on. Oh, I guess it's goodbye Grumpy Clouds. Hello, fanatical sun. So is she our detective again this game? She's very cheery, isn't she? Is it because of the weather or something? She sure wasn't like this before. She was pretty frustrated back when she was assigned to the Criminal Affairs Department. And she was always munching on chocolate snackoos to relieve her stress. Snackoos and stress are a thing of the past. I've said goodbye to both of them. And may you never have to see either again. By the way, are you two here because of the murder? Murder? Don't you mean the accident? Oh. Then I guess you haven't heard. The case is being treated as a straight-up homicide now. What? Just so you know, I heard that the prosecution is going to argue tomorrow that Trucy outright murdered Mr. Rios. What? Are you kidding? They're treating it as a murder? Emma, please tell us everything you know. Of course. Anything to help Trucy. Alright, well first off, Emma, why don't you look at my badge? It's been 2 years since we first met. But you're still just a newbie to me. Hey, that's not fair. I'm not even the newest lawyer in the office anymore. Yup, that's Apollo and me. Just two newbies working our way up. Forensics. Yeah. Aw, look at you two, the newbie duo. Must be nice, right, Apollo? Alright. Well, let's do some actual talking then. The incident. Why is the case being treated as a homicide now and not involuntary manslaughter? Well, apparently, there's something that proves it was a straight-up homicide. Well, that's vague. Do you know any of the details? No, I'm afraid that's all I was told. Really? How come? Well, because the lead prosecutor is kind of a hard guy to read. Though maybe it's just a culture gap thing. Anyway, he's not one to really share his thoughts. Wait, what do you mean by culture gap? I mean that he's a foreigner, so his way of going about things is different. So who exactly am I up against tomorrow? Yeah, wait. What? The prosecution. Chief Prosecutor Edgeworth has been reorganizing the prosecutor's office lately. As a part of that effort, he's gotten rid of a lot of corrupt prosecutors. So the prosecutor's office is looking pretty empty this day. Oh, that's why, because he fired Payne, right? And Payne went to Karine, and he got a job in Karine. I see. It's looking pretty empty these days. Dang. There was a lot of corrupt prosecutors then. And that's how a foreign prosecutor got assigned to the case? That's part of it, yes. We were short on prosecutors, and this guy just happened to be visiting. And what's the purpose of his visit? Well, some insurgents from the Kingdom of Karine are thought to be hiding out here. As an international prosecutor, he apparently came to investigate the matter personally. So, he's from the Kingdom of Karine? That's right, he's also a Karinist monk. A monk? So how did he get assigned to this particular case anyway? It seems he's very devoted to furthering his studies as a prosecutor. He wanted to learn how crime scenes are investigated here, so he just showed up. So he was just curious, huh? He looked the entire crime scene over quite earnestly. And just as everyone else was ready to call it a case of involuntary manslaughter, this is most certainly a murder, the cruel act of an impure soul. That's what he said, just like that. Then he volunteered himself as the prosecutor for this case. With the shortage of prosecutors right now, the prosecutor's office was glad to have him. So Trucy was arrested for murder, all because of this guy, huh? I have to say, he's definitely not your typical prosecutor. He says court is where a victim receives their last rites. Where the truth is revealed, the criminal is judged, and the victim's soul sees salvation. Receiving last rites in court allows the victim to finally rest in peace, or so he claims. So to him, a trial is like performing funeral rites for the victim, huh? That's certainly a unique way of looking at it. His name is Nayuda Sadmati. No, wait, Nayuda Sadmati? Okay. What? Nayuda Sadmati? That's right. What, do you know him or something? Oh, I guess you could say I've heard of him. Yeah, well, he is pretty famous. Really? Yes, they say he travels the world, solving difficult case after difficult case. Where there is a hard case to crack, he is called in to prosecute it. Wow, sounds like he's going to be tough to beat. I can't believe this. I have to stand in court against him? He seems like a very kind and gentle person, though. He's very polite and understanding to everyone he talks to. Huh, so he's a pretty agreeable guy then. Yeah, he's bound to see what kind of person Trucy really is. I don't know about that. But don't they hate defense attorneys in Khura'in? Would he even listen to what we have to say? I don't see why not. He certainly seems like the type of person who would. Even so, do you think you could do us a favor, Emma? Could you tell Prosecutor Sadmati about Trucy? About what a good person she is? Of course. Leave it to me. I'll make him understand there's no way Trucy could have committed murder. I hope he listens to reason. Me too. I'm glad that Emma doesn't have any sketchy history with any relatives who did anything in the prosecutor's office that was horribly corrupt or anything. To be fair, not by their own volition, but still. Though, I don't know, at this point, I don't know if they even want to bring up the specter of that. That's like ancient history now. Emma, congrats on finally becoming the forensic investigator you always wanted to be. Thanks, I failed that exam so many times, but I finally did it. I can finally use my forensic kit openly, whenever I want. Oh yeah, you used to have the stealth user kit you set away for. Oh, I still use that one too. But now, it's more of a hobby kit. It's important to have hobbies too, you know? So, basically nothing's changed. Are you kidding? I don't have to worry about getting in trouble for taking fingerprints for fun now. It's positively life-changing. I can take all the prints I want. Are you sure you were allowed to do that? Sure, I'm sure. I've been collecting all the prints I've taken into a personal database. Now, hold out your hands. I need to get your prints, too. Just promise me you won't use them for evil. I can't believe she took my prints, too, Apollo. This is looking pretty bad, Apollo. They're calling it a murder, and they've even got proof. What are we gonna do? Look on the bright side, that's what. Bright side? What bright side? Well, the good thing about there being proof is that it has to point to the real killer. If we can find out who that is, we can prove Trucy's innocence. Oh, hey, you're right! Which means our objectives are clear. We have to find two things. Proof of Trucy's innocence, and evidence of the true culprit's identity. You know what, Apollo? You're starting to give me a glimmer of hope. And that means there's only one thing to do. Emma, would it be alright if we investigate the scene? If I said no, you just do it behind my back anyway, right? Would I do something like that? I guess the jig is up. Oh, all right. But I'd better come along. Who knows what sorts of mischief you get up to if I'm not there to keep an eye on you. Mischief? Sounds like Emma trusts you about as far as she could throw you, Apollo. He has been known to move things around at the scene of a crime, you know. And what about you? You used to do all kinds of forensic tests on things without permission. There's nothing wrong with that. After all, forensics is always on the side of justice. How is that even remotely fair? All right, are we done talking? Okay. Well, let's take Emma to the dressing room real quick. We've already searched here. Does she have anything new to say about Gavin? Oh, these are from prosecutor. It might be. Maybe not. Oh, I thought she would have something to say because she really didn't like him that much. Let's go back to the stage. April 17th, the Penrose Theater. Stage. All right, let's get down to investigating, shall we? Just make sure you don't move anything or I'll get in big trouble. Fine, I promise. Only move the things I have to. Well, I have my own investigation to conduct, but let me know if you need anything. It's been a while since we've done any investigating. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's dive right in. You do remember how to do this, right? If you don't, I can give you a quick rundown. Should I have it? I'm okay. We just investigated that other room. We're fine. Don't worry about me. I've got it all locked away in the vault up here. It's like I've been playing this as a trilogy or something. Good, and I'm sure it'll all come back to me too as we go along. Wait, wasn't it you who just offered to give me a rundown? All right. So there's, she's hanging out over there. I miss Sholmes just randomly appearing in the background, hanging off the ceiling and stuff. What's this? We have one of those in the office too, don't we? Yeah, that poor magic prop we use as a shelving unit. I'd kind of like to see Trucy perform this trick sometime. Well, we both know you'd be the one in the box if she ever did. I feel bad for the prop, but it can stay a shelving unit in that case. Let's see. Nothing there, nothing particularly interesting. What about this one? What's this about? Oh, I've seen something like this before. It's like that game where you stick swords into a barrel until a little man pops up. Maya needs to channel the spirit of Sholmes. Yes, when Maya shows up. I hope so. Hey, that doesn't sound like any game I've ever heard of. Really? It's pretty famous in Europe. Did you have anything to play with as a kid? Oh, you know, us simple Americans. We're happy with just a hoop and a stick. That's right. Oh, hey, this is a curtain. Wonder what's behind it. The backstage area. There's magic equipment and stuff like that back there. I'll open it a crack and check it out later. You weren't thinking of opening that curtain, were you? Who, me? Would I ever do a thing like that? Rats. Guess I'll have to ask her to open it for me later. Let's talk to her again. Emma, can I ask you a question? Shh! This is the best part! She won't even look this way. Oh, what great prints! Another set from my collection! I remember my childhood. I was always outside playing hoopstick. That's right. Good old American hoopstick. She certainly seems to enjoy her work, doesn't she? Pin the tail on the yokai, you know? This is what they call a set piece. It's a piece of the onstage scenery. It suddenly fell down after the body was revealed, if I remember correctly. Just as the brave heroine screams, the spell on the dragon breaks. Losing its wings, the dragon falls to the ground. The moment marked the collapse of Trucy's magical kingdom. Magic, huh? Yeah, sure. The timing was so perfect. I'd be genuinely surprised if it was magic. Let's see. Have we... Oh, what's this? The camera. That video camera is pointed right at the stage. I wonder what it recorded. I want to take a peek, but Emma would... Wow, this residue data is so fascinating. She's so fixated on that bloodstain data, her eyes are getting bloodshot. Quick, Apollo. While Emma's off in forensic fantasyland. Let's see what's recorded on the camera. Ah, it's the recording again. Okay. Okay, we don't actually see the moment of her stabbing the sword in. One thing. And then supposedly she was in the coffin, went down, went over, and went up on an elevated platform, and Mr. Hat was shot up into the rafters, and there was a cushion. And then when this comes down, we see that, yeah. And then there goes the dragon. Got it. It's the same video we saw on TV where you can't see the body at all. Apollo, did you notice a strange shadow in that footage? No, why? I don't think it was my imagination, but I'm pretty sure I saw something. A strange shadow, huh? I wonder what it was. That is a good question. I think... Is that everything from in here? Because I'm moving the cursor and nothing is popping up. So I'm thinking we probably are good. Let's look at the court record. Oh yeah, we added Emma 27, a detective. It looks like she finally became the forensic investigator she always wanted to be. And then the great Mr. Rios, the victim in this case, a magician who took the stage with Trucy. Okay. Return the notebook to Trucy and investigate the crime scene. Well, we've investigated there. Is there anything new at the Penrose Theater? No. Except for Athena's theme song. We haven't heard that one in a while. Anything new at the dressing room? That is a no. Can we go to the detention center? No. Okay. So, stage is where we have to be? Let's see, Mr. Rios, the diagram. So, yeah, let's... So, set piece, and then we have the coffin, and the idea was that Trucy went down to the right and then popped up. Yeah. Trucy's notebook, and then we have the poster. Let me present this. A mysterious locked notebook. I wonder if there's anything about me in there. Like that one time I ate her pudding. I wonder if she was mad at me for doing that. Don't worry. If there's one thing I know about Trucy, it's that she's more mature than some people I know. What about 13 years? I got an achievement for that called Foot Meet Mouth. Okay. It's a shame Troop Grammar won't ever be as they were back in their heyday. Yeah, but I have every faith Trucy will restore the troop to its former glory. And then you'll be really busy as Trucy's assistant. Yeah, I guess so. Wait, did you just agree with me? Ah, why did I agree? I guess it means you're finally settling into the role. No, it doesn't! What about the show script? Oh, some evidence from the case? Well, too bad. I don't have a single thing to say about it. And you're proud of that? Why? A stage diagram. Nope, she has nothing to say. Actually, do you have anything to say about the badge? Heh, my badge is shinier than yours. Of course, yours is newer than mine. A great weathered finish like this only comes with age and experience. What? I can get a finish just as good as that on my badge too, you know. Getting it dirty on purpose doesn't count, Athena. Pardon? What makes you think I'd ever do anything like that? Do you have any ideas? It must be hard for Trucy, yet you saw how bravely she held back her tears. Maybe you should practice a little of that bravely holding back your tears thing too. And by maybe, I mean your nose is running again. Enough with the snot shaming! Haven't you ever heard the song, Into Each Life Some Boogers Must Fall? I'll take your word for it. What to do? We have to investigate the Penrose Theater from top to bottom, and talk to every single person involved as well. Wow, you're really fired up. Of course, Trucy's entire future depends on this. The agency's entire financial future, too. Oh yeah, does that mean that Trucy's still basically bankrolling the whole firm? Alright. Nothing interesting. And we still can't get to her, or to Trucy to give this back, right? The guard is just standing there completely motionless. And Athena keeps making faces at him, trying to make him crack at least a smile. Oh, I think I made him smirk a little. Come on, leave the poor guy alone, Athena. The security camera stares at us with its cold, unblinking eye. I don't know why, but it gave me the heebies with the side of the jeebies. It's the microphone for speaking with people on the other side of the glass. Athena is trying to stump the guard with trivia questions. Oh, this guy's good. He answers in the blink of an eye without batting an eyelash or moving a muscle. Is he that bored? Guard trivia night. Is there anything back at the agency that's worth doing? No? I guess not. I've wondered for a while, is this red coat Apollo's? With everyone's personal items littering the office, this place is as messy as ever. Yeah, take this loud jacket of yours, for example. It's been sitting here forever. Loud? What do you mean loud? I love that jacket. Oh yeah? Why don't you ever wear it then? Well, the last time I wore that jacket... Oh, Polly, I'm so happy for you. You finally decided to take the plunge. Now you're ready for your stand-up comedy debut. You, Daddy, and Athena should form a group. I can see it now. Primary color punchlines. Let's just say that jacket brings back painful memories. Huh? So he looks silly in it, is the idea? Is there anything new in the dressing room that we missed, maybe? We've already searched. No, I guess not. I wish we could talk to Emma more, but I guess not. What about the Penrose Theater outside? Can we examine anything? What an odd building. The name Penrose Theater comes from the Penrose Triangle, an impossible object. It's called an impossible object because it only exists as an optical illusion. An optical illusion? Uh-huh. Just like how that cube on the front of the building isn't really a cube at all. It isn't? It sure looks like a cube to me. It's just the way it's shaded. The dark and light parts make it look like it's jutting outwards toward us, but it really isn't. Well, it isn't? Come on, let's take a look at it from over there. Okay. What? You're right. That's so weird. Now do you get it? I think so. It's kind of hard to tell. Is that going to be relevant to the case? Because that was a lot of effort to put that in there. I don't know. Anyway, Trucy and Grammar Island. Let's look at that. Look, there's Trucy, front and center. So the show actually starts the day after tomorrow, huh? I don't know if you've noticed, but you see that man in front of the poster? He's been standing there a long time looking at it. Yeah, I noticed, and sometimes he kind of stretches his hand towards it a little bit. Oh, I bet he's one of Trucy's fans. You think he's gonna try to make off with it? Who knows? Oh, look! I guess we don't have to worry. Every time the man reaches for it, the dog growls and pulls at his pants leg. Yeah, it kind of begs the question, who's the master and who's the pet? Okay, that's an interesting observation. What about this clock? What are all these weird objects anyway? Are they supposed to be modern art? Like that clock? Is it just me, or are the hands moving awfully fast? Ay caramba, what kind of clock doesn't show the proper time? Is that part of what makes it art? Who knows? Hey, take a look at that man in front of the clock. He's trying real hard to set his watch to it. Hey, mister! Gotta explain that there's a problem with that. Alright. So it looks like we've seen everything that can be seen out front. So let's head back to the stage, I guess? Alright. Can we look at anything that we've missed? Oh, boy, I'm dumb. I totally forgot about this whole you can switch perspectives things. I'm still living in a 2D world because I'm old and decrepit. Let's see. Let's look at the back of the dragon. Wow, this dragon is a lot more handmade than I expected. Yeah, well, I can't tell you how many hours I put into that freaking thing. What? You made it? Trucy had me help me put it together, you know, as her assistant. She has you wrapped around her little finger, hasn't she? Trucy's smile has some kind of magical power that makes it impossible to say no. It's your familial connection that we, the audience, know about, but you don't. Okay, so there's the... That's interesting that the coffin, like, opened up like that. Huh. But yeah, that's the outline of the body. So this is the coffin the dead body appeared from. I actually haven't examined that yet. Would you two mind giving me a hand? No sweat! Trucy said the coffin was supposed to be empty when she stabbed it. So, how did the victim ever even get in there? I bet there's a secret door or something. It sure is an oddly shaped thing, isn't it? Who knew it could unfold into something like this? Well, I heard that since it's used for magic tricks, the left and right panels are made to be interchangeable. How that helps with magic tricks, though, I have no idea. I'm sure they make use of it in some way we can't even imagine. Wait a minute. It looks like the bottom of the coffin opens too. Oh, a secret door. Let's try opening it. Well, look at that. It seems to lead to someplace under the stage. That's right. It goes to the understage passage. It's pitch black down there. Hold on. I think I see something glowing faintly. It's hard to make anything out from up here. If you try to go down there, the magicians will get mad at you. Apparently, there are things down there that will give away the secrets behind their tricks. Well, that sucks. It's all right there and we can't even check it out? We're definitely going to have to examine that understage passage at some point. So we'll have to go back later. Let's look at the back of it. Apollo, look! There's a secret door in the back panel of the coffin. Do you think Mr. Rios could have entered the coffin through here? If he could have done it without Trucy noticing, maybe. It's like two different magicians trying to out-magic one another right under each other's noses. Yeah, I wonder about that, because Trissy didn't mention the fake bag. Huh. Let's look at this. A white outline, huh? So this is where the body was. What exactly did it look like just after the incident occurred, I wonder? Oh, I have a photo of the crime scene. Here you go. Oh, wow. It looks like he was stabbed in the back. Yes, that's definitely what killed him. What's this thing around his waist? It's a stunt harness. A stunt wire can be attached to it so the person can float and fly through the air. Come to think of it, he did fly in Act 1, didn't he? The crime photo has been added to the court record. Okay. And that's it for that. So let's... Wait a minute. I thought... No, that's just the check mark. Okay. What about this sword? There's a sword here. It's covered in blood. It must be the murder weapon. Trissy said she was sure she switched it out with the rubber sword. Unfortunately, this one certainly doesn't look like it's made of rubber. Hey, Emma, were there any fingerprints on the sword? Let's see. According to my data, no prints were found. But that could be because the culprit wiped them off. Come to think of it, Trissy was wearing gloves during the show. So she certainly wouldn't have left any prints either. Something isn't right. It just doesn't make any sense. What's the matter, Apollo? You're making that weird thinking face again. How did what should have been a rubber sword get switched with a metal one? Plus, the timing of that dragon set piece falling down. Wasn't that just a little too convenient? Something just isn't sitting right. Ground control to Major Apollo. Can you hear me, Major Apollo? Athena, I think I've got it. I think somebody switched Trissy's rubber sword for the metal one. Huh? To pin the murder on her. Someone switched the swords. But when could they have done that? When everyone was too busy to notice. Somebody could have switched Trissy's rubber sword with the metal one right before the trick, after the set piece fell, during Trissy's trick. Yeah, during Trissy's trick. That makes the most sense to me. During Trissy's trick, maybe? And how would they have done that? Well, they would just, if I knew how they did it, I could be a magician too. In other words, you have absolutely no idea. I think it would have been pretty hard to switch them during the trick. Well, in that case, somebody could have switched Trissy's rubber sword. Okay, not during the trick. After the set piece fell, right before the trick. Maybe right before? They could have switched the swords right before Trissy's trick. What? But wouldn't that mean Trissy herself stabbed the victim with the metal sword? Exactly, and that's why it couldn't have been right before Trissy's trick. Very good, Athena. You managed to avoid my little trap. Apollo, do you really think you can pull the wool over my eyes so easily? There's no fooling you, is there? Alright. Did the swords switch at some other point in time? Alright, so it was after the set piece fell. So, okay, so somebody murdered the guy, stuck him in there, and then they put the real sword in where the rubber sword should be to frame Trissy. After the set piece fell. After the set piece fell, everybody in the audience was kicked out of the theater. In the ensuing chaos, somebody could have carried out a cover-up operation. Any one of the stagehands or show personnel could have done it before the police arrived. So what you're saying is somebody actively tried to frame Trissy for the crime? Yes. Some disgusting individual is trying to get away with murder. So it's someone related to the show. There's definitely a very high chance of that. Now if we could just figure out who it is. let's see. What else do we need to do on this stage? Emma, did you find any fingerprints on the coffin? Actually, I haven't checked yet. I was going to do that at the end. I like to save the best for last. We aren't exactly talking about dessert here. Oh, but we are. Would you like to partake in my delicious dessert? I don't mind sharing. Oh, yes, please. There's always room for dessert, right? All right, I guess I'll join you too. So, could you show us how you check for prints, Emma? Oh, we're bringing this mechanic back? Sure, let's start with the basics. As you know, fingerprints are an excellent way of identifying someone. That's because no two people have the same set of fingerprints, not even twins. So, if we find any prints on the coffin, they might lead us to the killer? If the culprit was dumb enough to leave prints behind, sure. Let's go ahead and dust for prints now. Let's see. This looks like a promising spot. Try dusting the area with fingerprint powder. Move the cursor around and keep pressing space until it's thoroughly covered. When you're done, blow with R to get rid of the excess powder. Oh, I bet, again, that was something where you were actually supposed to blow into the 3DS's microphone. The powder in this bottle is all we have to work with. If you run out, try blowing on the area, and the excess powder will be returned to the bottle. Alright, I think I'm ready to give it a try. Alright. So, we just cover this with our little fingerprint dabber. And then we... Aha! We found some prints! Looks like the fingers of somebody's left hand. I feel like there would be a lot of prints, TBH, from practicing magicians, stagehands, managers, etc. You're probably right. You're probably right. Now let's try comparing these with the ones we have on file. First, switch to Analyze mode with Q to select a print. Alright, next, select the print you want to analyze and confirm it with space. Confirm it, maybe the big one? I've got a pretty clear print here. I wonder whose it is. I have the prints of everyone involved in the case right here. Just choose the person whose prints you'd like to compare the sample against. Well, the last person who was in the coffin was... Mr. Rios, right? And that is looking pretty matchy to me. Yeah, that's looking pretty matchy. 11, 12. Match found. Okay. Bingo! Looks like the prints belong to the deceased, Mr. Rios. Well, if we found prints here, maybe we can find them elsewhere on the coffin too. Guess I'll try dusting for more prints. Alright, so... yeah, let's just go for broke here. See if we find anything. Aha! Oh, it wants me to do a little bit more, I think, though. Maybe there? Not quite. Or do I have to switch to analyzing yet? Let's see. That's a pretty distinct one. There! I found some. These prints are apparently Mr. Rios's too. Shall we try looking for prints on the outside of the coffin now? Yes, let's. This time you'll be able to rotate the coffin and look at it from different angles. That'll give you a chance to examine it thoroughly. You can use the arrow keys to turn the coffin any which way you'd like. And holding E while using the arrow keys will let you jump right to where the action is. If you ever get stuck or confused, you can always reset things with N. Okay. And if I find any prints, I'll choose one to run against your data, just like before. Alright, so... this is interesting. Oh, what's this? This is a new wrinkle to the whole, like... mechanic that they've had before. I like it. Now, what is this? I want to look at what this is on top. This print is too faint for analysis. Try applying some more powder to it. Okay. Switch to dusting mode. Man, this is very sensitive, though. There. I'm glad we can slow that down a little bit, because that's very sensitive. Okay, yeah, we're getting something. Nice. Okay. We got a nice whole set of prints. Let's go for the thumb. There, I got a print. All right, I'll just check it against my data. Huh? It's funny. It doesn't match the prints of anyone involved in this case. Really? None of them? How can that be? Now then, I wonder if I can find any more prints. So the print on top is unrelated. That is interesting. Looks like there's a lot of smudges on the back. Let's see, can we... Oh, it disappeared? That's kind of weird. Or is there something right there? I can kind of like make out a vague outline. Maybe I'm wrong? I guess I'm wrong. Let's look at the front. Oh, maybe the side where the sword went in. That seems like a potentially interesting area. Nothing? Okay. Nothing there. What about right there? No? No? Okay. So we found one definite handprint, though, and that's pretty good. So there's nothing there, nothing on the sides. Where possibly could we see more potential stuff? Let's turn this thing around. Ah! How about up here? We started to get something. And that is a pretty clear print. Similarly here, I'm seeing... All right. Let's analyze this. I found another print. Judging from its position and location, it must have been made when someone put the lid on the coffin. Let's see now. There was one part during the show where someone put this lid on, after Trucy had gotten into the coffin. Therefore, this print should belong to... Was it the Bonnie? Okay, so I wanted to see if Mr. Rettins here showed up, because they said the thing at the top doesn't match anybody, and I wondered if he was included in the fingerprint list. But it looks like he is, so... Because I'm slightly suspicious of him. Yeah, it's Bonnie's. I knew it. So the one on the side that we were just looking at was Bonnie's. Match found. Looks like the print belonged to that bunny girl. Come to think of it, she did put the lid on the coffin during the show. That's probably when she left her print on the lid. It looks like that's about all the prints we're gonna find. To sum everything up, the prints we found belong to the victim, Mr. Rias, the bunny assistant, Bonnie, and some third unidentified person. But that's strange. We didn't see anybody else up there on that stage during the show. Does this mean some outsider was up there? Somebody unrelated to the show? I guess we can't really say at this point. Well, thank goodness we didn't find any of Trucy's fingerprints, right? But that's only because Trucy was wearing gloves. Hey, Emma, there's something else that's been bothering me about the prints. Don't you think there's something odd about Mr. Rias's prints? Odd? What's odd about them? Well, if Mr. Rias was standing in the coffin facing forward, he would have left prints like this, right? But when we look at the actual prints, they're facing backwards. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Hey, what do you know? You're right. Yeah, I wonder how they wound up like that. Maybe he was accidentally facing the wrong way at first, but then turned around later? No, the coffin is much too small for a guy his size to turn around in. About all he would have been able to manage is maybe a little bit of twisting. Then it really doesn't make any sense, does it? I think I might have hit on something major here. Oh, I have just one more question, Emma. Oh yeah? What is it? Mr. Rios was stabbed in the back, right? But if he was standing in the coffin like this, how would that have worked? Oh, right, that. The lead prosecutor has an explanation, actually. He thought that the victim might have tried to dodge the sword as it came into the coffin. So maybe he twisted his body and the sword ended up stabbing him in the back. That's his theory, anyway. I see. I guess that sounds plausible. The fingerprinting results added to the court record. Okay. So in addition to prints from the victim and Bonnie, a set of unknown fingerprints were found on the top. Okay, got it. Well, I guess that's about wraps up our investigation of the stage. Actually, there's still the area behind that curtain. Don't you want to know what's back there? I sure do, but Emma told us not to move or touch anything, remember? There's an awkward... Yeah. Would you quit staring at me? Fine, I'll go open it for you. Wow, look at you flaunting your lady killer eyes. I have my ways. I'm only doing this so I won't get charged with animal abuse for not throwing you a bone. I guess puppy eyes can be just as effective. Okay. Alright, I'll be back. Nice. We get the whole backstage now. Oh, there's a guillotine. Nice. That's for her French Revolution show. Well, go on and investigate to your heart's content. But before you go moving anything, I know, we'll be sure to ask first. Oh, and by the way, just examine the backstage to move to the area behind the curtain. Okay, time to get investigating. Thanks for breaking the fourth wall for us, Emma. Let's examine, and let's check it out. Seeing the stage this way kind of breaks the illusion, doesn't it? It just goes to show that some things are better left unseen. Oh, listen to you, sounding all grown up and stuff. Don't worry, I'm sure you'll have some cynical one-liners of your own someday, too. Oh boy, I can't wait. Anyway, on to more pressing matters. Let's go examine the backstage area. Okay, we got some... Is that a mini coffin? Hey, there's a coffin back here too. It looks like there's a stuffed dragon inside. No, wait, look, it's just an illusion. See, the dragon looks like it's inside, but it's really just painted on the front lid. Oh wow, you're right! That's really something else. If the show hadn't been canceled, we might have gotten to see this trick too, huh? Yeah, that's interesting. There's a ladder going up, presumably to where Mr. Hat is. It looks like this ladder leads to the catwalk overhead. Do I really have to go up there? Why don't you go on up and check it out, Athena? I'm sure you'll like the air up there. Huh? Where in the world did you get that idea? Wait a minute. Are you saying I'm an airhead? How rude can you get? That's not what I'm saying at all. Now, up you go. I'll just wait down here. Okay. Now I'm starting to get the picture. You're afraid of heights, aren't you, Apollo? Ugh! Come on now. This is for Trucy. She needs us. So up to the catwalk we go. Well, I guess it's time to put on my big boy pants. Oh, we actually are going to go up. Interesting. Now that's a ladder, right? Everybody, not a step ladder. Let's confirm that. Are you all right, Apollo? You're white as a sheet. I'm fine. Don't look down, Justice. Don't look down. Those green things over there look like cushions. I guess one of them was used to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat zipped into it. I see Mr. Hat. Let's go check it out. Way over there? Let's look at Mr. Hat. What's that? Look, Apollo. It's Mr. Hat. He's attached to a wire. Actually, didn't Trucy say something like they quickly raised Mr. Hat up by wire into a cushion on the catwalk? Maybe the stagehands pulled Mr. Hat up and left him here afterwards. That wire attached to his back. It looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. Huh? Mr. Hat's cape is ripped. Did that happen during the show? That's odd. It almost looks like it was slashed with a blade. How in the world did that happen? Apollo, I see that you're trying to take this all in stride, and I respect that. But seriously, you're trembling like a newborn fawn up here. Get it together, man! I can't help it! Okay, so his cape was ripped. Why wasn't that added to the court record? That seems important. Let's look at the bunny, I guess. These set pieces look like a rabbit and a moon. Although, they kind of look like they could be a duck and a croissant, too. What do they look like to you, Apollo? The Grim Reaper and a guy falling to his death. Come on, let's wrap up this investigation before your imagination catches up with you. Yeah. Alright, what about this here? Hey, look! There are cushions attached to the underside. Well, what are you standing way over there for? Come on over and look! You're not gonna try and push me off, are you? Seriously, Apollo? Come on, you'll be fine. Here, do you want me to hold your hand? Yes, actually, if you wouldn't mind. Looks like you're right. And Trucy mentioned something about this, didn't she? That a cushion was supposed to absorb the force of impact when Mr. Hat was pulled up? Yep. So that was part of the show. But how did he end up on top, though, is what I want to know. Like, that seems odd to me. Alright, what are these? The winches. It looks like Mr. Hat is rigged to this smaller pulley. Let's see, how did it go? After being blown a kiss, Mr. Hat goes wild, and just as he's about to stab the coffin, he gets pulled up to the catwalk, and the smokescreen was to hide his ascent from the audience's view. Right. And what about this, the bigger one? Wow, that's a big pulley. That is, yep. And that's for the dragon, right? Looks like it's connected to one of the winches down below. That dragon set piece must have been hanging from this. Well, I think that about does it for the catwalk. Do you think we missed anything? Nope, didn't miss a single thing. We're all done here. Yes, sirree. I take it you're ready to go down. Yeah, I think we'd better. I feel a fainting spell coming on. Oh, brother, you don't need me to hold your hand again, do you? Back down for Apollo's sake. There we go. And what do we got here? We got the winch, we got a broom and dustpan. Let's check that out, I guess. A dustpan, a broom, and a bucket. I guess they use those to keep the stage tidy. I doubt that's what this bucket is for, though. See how it says fire on it? Ah. Oh, I guess it's a fire bucket then. Hang on. They might bring this up, but 11 a.m., Mr. Rios' fire trick. This will be dangerous. Make sure the fire bucket is ready. So that was related to that. I'm remembering. Yes, I heard the theater owner went out and bought that just for this show. When he heard there was going to be a fire trick, he flew to the store to get it. But can a little bucket like this really put out a raging fire? I'm guessing the owner thought it could. But it doesn't look like it's been used. In fact, the inside is caked with dust. What was the point of even buying the bucket then? Wait a minute, that means nobody actually prepared for the fire trick after all. I have a feeling this might be an important bit of information. Yeah, a bucket to be used in case of fire. Not only was it empty, but dust lines the inside of the pail, so they never had a plan to use this bucket. That's interesting. An unused fire bucket. All right, I see the understage there. We see the guillotine and we see the pulley. Let's start with the pulley. What is this thing? It's a winch. I'm guessing they used it to pull Mr. Hat up. Oh, look, there are two winches. One back there and one up here. Apparently, each winch was rigged up to something different. One of them was used to hold up the dragon set piece, while the other was connected to that weird puppet up in the catwalk. I think you mean Mr. Hat, Emma. All right. What about the guillotine? It's a guillotine, but it's not real. It's just another one of Trucy's props. I wonder if it was supposed to appear in the show. Huh? You mean she didn't mention it to you? She said you were gonna make a guest appearance on stage for her guillotine trick. No! I definitely remember not agreeing to something like losing my head on national TV. One of those shows. Understage. There's a sign here that says understage. I bet those stairs go to the understage area. Trucy told me she and her fellow magicians call it the Abyss. I wonder why. Oh no, is this going to turn into Fatal for him? Who knows? Maybe because it's really dark down there or something? Oh, I bet they've got all kinds of magical goodies stashed away down there. Come on, let's go check it out! Wait, are we actually going to get to go? Huh? The door is locked. Aww. The entrance to the Abyss is barred to mere mortals like us, huh? Oh well. That's what you call a swing and abyss. That's it. I'm alt F4ing out of this game right now. No. I gotta keep going. We're gonna do this. All done? Pretty much. There's just one thing. The door to the understage passage was locked. Any way we can get down there? That place? And they locked it up as soon as police finished our investigation down there. If you want to check it out, you'll have to ask a magician. Well, Trucy's at the detention center, so she can't help us. I guess we'll have to look for somebody else from the show. Okay. And I'd better get back to my own investigation. See you around. It's too bad about the understage area, but at least we learned a few things. Yeah, like one of your greatest fears. I wasn't talking about that. I meant how all the behind-the-scenes stuff is set up. Let's see, we found out there are two winches backstage. Mr. Hat was rigged to the first winch. And the dragon set piece was attached to the other one. And both of them were used during the show. Right after the body was discovered, the dragon set piece fell to the stage. And in the chaos that ensued, the culprit could have switched the rubber sword with the real one. So it looks like the best way to prove Trucy's innocence is to identify the real killer. What a complete and utter mess! This is all great. Just great. That right, kid, is Bush League, small potatoes, a half-grown has-been. Huh? There's somebody on the stage. I wonder who it is and what they're doing. Maybe we should go talk to them. Let's do it. Oh, do I have to examine first? Sorry. Yeah. Excuse me, are you connected to the show? What? You two got a couple more headaches for me to handle? I got my hands full as it is. Hey, I remember this guy. Hey, you there. What the heck's going on? They wouldn't even let me in. Me, for crying out loud. Oh, Mr. Rettens, there was an accident during the show. An accident? Great. Just great. That's all I need right now. Do you have any idea how much money we're sinking into this program? It's that man he was going off at the staff in front of the theater. I ain't never seen you guys before. If I had to guess, I'd say you're not production staff. What's that I spy with my little eye? An attorney's badge? Well, how do you do? I didn't know you fine folks were lawyers. My business card, if you would. Charmed to make your acquaintance, I'm sure. Thank you. So you're from the TV station, I take it? Sharp as a tack you are. I'm the producer of this TV special. All my idea, by the way. I'm Apollo Justice, Tracy Wright's defense attorney. Tracy Wright's... Well, ain't that a kick in the head? How about you open with that tidbit next time, champ? Oh, okay. What happened to the schmoozy Magoo bit? I'm Roger Rettens. Hold the applause and no autographs, kids. I'm on the clock. Apollo, this guy looks really familiar, but I can't quite... Really, kid? Then try this on for size. Hang loose, baby! Hang loose, baby? Apollo, it's the ratings Raha from Take-Two TV. He's huge, crazy huge, like a real famous producer. Really? I've never heard of him. Seriously, man? What kind of cave did you crawl out of? Roger Rettens, the ratings Raja, Titan of the TV screen. Still not ringing a bell? You ain't seen my hit Saturday Night Talk Show at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central? No. I can't say that I have. You're blowing my mind, kid. Do you even know what a TV is? Say it with me. Television! Do you mind if I ask you a few questions about the incident? No. What kind of comeback is that? Grow some backbone, kid. I basically lobbed that one at you. Now hit me with your best barb. Viewers will love that. Come on, you gotta sell it. So what? Say something funny for the nice people at home. Go on, hit me with your best shot. My best shot? We're rolling here. Hurry it up before they change the channel. Chop, chop. Okay, here goes. Talk to the hand. Kapow. Kapow? Really? Why are you pointing all dramatically like we're in court? I don't know. It just seemed like the thing to do. Yeah, Apollo. Oh, that's going in the cringe reel for sure. Wait a minute. This didn't come out before that meme. Did it? I think we can all agree that was a mistake. If I choked any harder, I'd need the Heimlich maneuver. Kapow, what a stupid thing to say. Who would say anything remotely like that? I know, right? Yeah, I know. Not kablamo or anything like that, right? I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to waste film on a nobody. So, you wanted an exclusive, or what? You want to look at my attorney's badge again? Here, take a look at this. What are you showing me that for? What, you want me to do a special on you guys? It's a lawyer for life. Justice in the courtroom. That doesn't sound half bad, actually. Plus, it gets some publicity for the agency. Count us in, Mr. Rettens. All right, then let's jump right into it. What made you decide to become lawyers? Oh boy. Well, actually, Mr. Rettens, we devoted 2 entire games for establishing why I became a lawyer and why Athena became a lawyer, so why don't you go play those 2? Say something dumb. Say something dumb? Now it's your turn. Jump in with a snappy comeback. What? Lay down a sick burn? Me? You too. I'm practically falling asleep over here. Where's the drama, the gravitas? How are you going to draw in viewers with that yawn fest? Work on your delivery and get back to me. Huh? Yeah, okay. Sure. I think he's confusing actors and attorneys. Maybe. but let's talk to him a little bit more. Roger Rettens. Today's magic show was being broadcast live on TV, wasn't it? And you were the producer, right? That's right. Rising Magic Star versus Old School Grammar Eye. It was gonna be wild. We were gonna have viewers vote for their favorite magician during the show. And the loser would have had a really embarrassing prank done to them. It was gold, I tell ya. Guaranteed ratings. I don't know. It sounds kind of tacky if you ask me. I'm telling you, man, modern viewers eat this stuff up with a spoon. Trust me. All we gotta do is serve it up nice and hot. A feast for the eyes. More like junk food for the brain. But that little brat had to go and ruin everything with that accident of ours. You have any idea how many times they dragged me over here to prepare for the day? He must know this theater pretty well if he came by that often. Oh, that gives me an idea. How about this? Mad mindscape of a magical murderess. Closest comrades come clean. Tell me, has Trucy always shown signs of being unhinged? When could you tell she was about ready to snap? This guy's cruising for a bruising Apollo. And as long as you don't get caught on camera. Truth be told, I'm not surprised about the way things turned out. Magicians are pretty much the dregs of society, am I right? What's that supposed to mean? You don't like magicians? My gosh, first there's people racist against lawyers, and now we hate magicians? Magicians are all a bunch of good-for-nothings, if you ask me. Con artists and thieves is what they are. They trick people and take their money. Okay, this is a parallel to the lawyer thing. What's going on here? What are you doing, game narrative weaving? Coming from you, that's rich, pal. Magic tricks aren't the same as con jobs, you know. That's right! The people watching never feel like they've been cheated. The dark age of magic. Dang it. Edogawa Conan. Yeah. Yeah, really. Lawyers spout hypocritical nonsense. Big surprise there. Lol. And post. Oh my gosh. He really did. They put LOL in their game. Did he just post about us in real time? Those grammar eyes are all criminals. It's in their blood. Trucy right? Ain't no different. That girl is no good. She may look all sweet and innocent, but she's a stone-cold killer. Don't you dare talk about Trucy like that. You don't know the first thing about her. You won't find a sweeter, harder working girl anywhere. Period. She's got the wool pulled over your eyes, I see. What in the world are you talking about? You'll see. I'll dig up the dirt and expose the dark heart behind that sweet smile. I'll prove those Grammar magicians are all a bunch of lowlifes. Does he have a grudge against Trucy? Or maybe against all of Troop Grammar? I mean, they were all such fine, upstanding people. He does kind of have a point there. TV is a window to the truth. It's not like that magic stuff or the streetwise charlatans that perform it. Oh, I know. This guy got put on a roof by David Blaine. He might have gotten sent back to dinosaur times. I don't remember him in Dino Crisis, though. The incident. What were you doing at the time of the incident? Shooting a show in the station studio. We had a whole bunch of girls in bikinis wrestle each other for camera. So you didn't see the accident as it actually happened? That's right. That's why I was shocked when I first got here. So he didn't hear about the accident until he arrived, huh? I'm guessing what you really want to know is whether or not I have an alibi, am I right? My staff at the TV studio can vouch for me. Why not go there and ask him yourself? You can give him my card and they'll let you in. So you have an alibi, huh? Good to know. It's a shame, a crying shame, I tell you. What was supposed to be fun, lighthearted program turned into this sorry affair. I'll have to sell it to news outlets all over the world if I'm going to make my money back. Trucy Wright will make her debut, all right. Not as a magician, but as a criminal. What? It's my duty to report it. Can't let a tragedy like this happen again, now can I? Even if she gets off somehow, make sure she never walks the streets again. We won't let that happen. We won't let you do that to her. We're gonna prove her innocence in court. Huh. Listen to you acting all high and mighty. You're just another money grubber. I know how you lawyers do things. You'll stop at nothing to win. I beg your pardon? If you win your trials, you get fat stacks, right? Is money really all you care about? What's with him, Apollo? Why won't he listen? But enough about you. I'm all about going after Trilogy now. I won't stop until she's behind bars. That's how we in the media dish out justice. Before you even get to court, my expose is gonna take you down. Not if I have anything to say about it. Well, gotta get back to the station. Hang loose, baby! Looks like the prosecution won't be our only opponent this time. Why does this guy have the exact same view of defense attorneys that Chinese people do? But no way are we gonna let that guy have his way either. That's right. Okay, we're done with this stage. So let's go someplace else. Still wish we could check out that understage passage. But what else can we investigate right now? Well, what do the notes say? Return the notebook to Trilogy. So that's the last thing we have to do. But I mean, I goof on it a little bit, but it's nice that there's like a narrative through line about lawyers aren't trustworthy. You can't trust people. So like, is trust a core theme of this game? That'd be kind of cool. Again, I think I think this game came out after Great Ace Attorney, because I think Great Ace Attorney was the sign of them getting really, really good with weaving a narrative throughout all the cases. Anyway, let's go to the detention center. And we have been foiled again. Is there anything new in the dressing room? Oh, there might be. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Dressing room. About all that's left to check out is that understage passage. I'll have to try to get one of the staff members to unlock the door. Someone just came into the dressing room. Oh, it's you people again. Came back. Huh? Is it the bunny girl? Ah, knew it. I saw you know. Oh, it's you, the bunny assistant from the show, right? What? Oh, yeah, that's right. My name is Bonnie DeFam. Bonnie DeFam, okay? I remember her talking to us earlier. Performing magic is like walking a tightrope. There's always an element of danger. One little mistake can even cost you your life, you know? I wonder if she'll make it across today. And what do you mean by that exactly? Oh, nothing. Now, if you'll excuse me. That's right, you're the girl who was extremely creepy earlier. I remember you. She said some pretty strange things then. Yeah, I saw you take it. You took something from our dressing room. Oh, Bonnie, that teleportation you took was amazing! Fantastic! What? Oh, thank you. But what you did? Stealing is... What other kinds of magic tricks can you do? Me? Oh, well, how about this? Splendido! Athena, I think Bonnie's trying to say something to us. She is? Thank you, Mr. Thief. Thief? I saw you. I saw you take that notebook. Please don't take things from our dressing room. Huh? So it's true what they say. Thieves really do return to the scene of the crime, don't they? Thieves? I thought it was just arsonists in real life. What? Okay. Guess that means she really saw us, huh? I bet this looks pretty bad. If you return what you stole right now, I won't call the police. Oh boy. You've got it all wrong. We're Trilogy's lawyers. She asked us to bring the notebook to her. Trilogy's lawyers? Oh, I'm so sorry I called you thieves. If you really thought we were thieves, why were you still doing magic tricks for us? I can't help it. Whenever anybody asks. I just can't bring myself to refuse. Does that mean she's a real people person, or that she aims to please a little too hard? Maybe a little column A, column B. In that case, can you tell us the secret to your teleportation trick? Well, I don't know if I should. Oh! If I keep up the pressure, she just might tell us. I've been dying to know. Leave the poor girl alone. Are you investigating the case? Yes, that's right. I'm Trucy's biggest fan. I just love her to bits. I'll do anything to help her. We appreciate that. In that case, would you mind if we asked you a few questions? First, look at the badge. I'm sorry I accused you of stealing earlier. Did you think we were some random fans who'd snuck into your dressing room? No, your flashy red and yellow get-ups had me thinking you're some new comedy duo. Comedy duo? Hey, Apollo has PTSD from being called a comedian. I thought you were polishing your old married couple routine while you were poking around. Old married couple routine? Is that really how other people see us? I guess I'd better keep my badge handy at all times. Alright, let's talk for real. Bonnie! You're a magician, right, Bonnie? That's right. My specialties are teleportation and this little trick right here. What trick? It looks like Mr. Bunny's in a bad mood right now. Or that she messed up. You said you're a big fan of Trucy's, right? Oh, yes. I look up to her more than anyone else in the whole world. What about her makes you respect her so much? She's just incredible. Not only is she extremely talented, but she's so cool under pressure and always manages to keep a smile on her face. In spite of all that talent, she still works harder than anybody I know. You couldn't ask for more out of a magician. I'm sensing a shift into hyper fangirl drive. I love the unique way she does her tricks and how she charms the audience. I especially love her magic panties trick, which is both cute and comical. The first time I saw her do the trick, I was so impressed. I've gone to her shows to see her perform so many times I've lost count, and we get old bagged. And that's why I think Trucy is top class, a real first-rate magician. I see. I think we have a pretty good idea of how much you adore her now. Oh, was I talking too much? I'm so sorry. I'd better be careful about when and how I ask her about Trucy. Anyway, that's why I'll do anything at all, to help Trucy. Oh, Mr. Lawyer, you just have to prove her innocence. Don't worry, I plan to do just that. I wish Trucy could see that she has people like Bonnie in her corner rooting for her. The show. You were in the magic show, right? That's right. I take it you saw my teleportation trick? Yes, it was just so wonderful. You moved from one place to another in the blink of an eye. I admit it was pretty amazing. I have no idea how you transported yourself over such a distance in just a split second. It must be so fun to be able to do a trick like that. Teleportation looks so cool. Hey, remember that guy who supposedly invented teleportation in Great Ace Attorney? I do. Albert Hairbrain, that's right, that was his name. It's like a superpower or something. Yeah, my trick is turning some heads in the magic world right now. They're calling it new miraculous magic. Some even say it's the real deal. No, Bonnie. I've seen the Prestige. Don't deal with that kind of stuff. Real magic, huh? I know there must be an explanation, but it sure does look real. I just have to figure that trick out. I want to do it myself. Oh, you'll never figure it out. I always perform it perfectly. Oh! We've got the bracelet. Ah, this feeling. Looks to me like Bonnie is hiding something. Yep. Oh, you'll never figure it out. It's gonna be I always perform it perfectly because that just seems like the natural statement. I always perform it perfectly. I always perform it perfectly. Listen again. So let's see. Is it anything to do with how she's grasping the umbrella? Let's see. No, I always perform it. Oh, there it was. The rabbit popped out. Okay, I saw it. The rabbit popped out. So it's when she says, I always perform it perfectly. I don't know if it's the exact word perfectly. Let's see. I always... Aha! Bonnie, when you said perform it perfectly, your right hand would tremble and move your hat a tiny bit. I even caught a glimpse of the little rabbit hiding underneath. Oh! Did you really perform the teleportation trick perfectly this time? Of course! I definitely got that part right. What do you mean, that part? Oops. Wait a minute. Are you saying that you picked the wrong career? Didn't switch the swords or messed up Trucy's escape. Didn't switch the swords would mean she's the murderer, so that seems highly unlikely. Picked the wrong career is funny, but I don't think that's correct. Messed up Trucy's escape. You might have performed the teleportation trick flawlessly, but what about Trucy's escape trick after that? Did you make some kind of mistake during that? Oh, well, did you? You see... Did you or didn't you? I did. You're absolutely right, Mr. Lawyer. I made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick. I'm sorry I lied. Whew. Feel like I pulled off a magic trick of my own, just trying to get that out of her. Alright, let's talk about the show for real then. So you made a mistake during Trucy's escape trick? Yes, I was in charge of operating Mr. Hat, you see. But I made a huge goof. So, did Trucy explain to you how the escape trick works? Yeah, she knew we'd need to know for our investigation, so she shared the secret. Let's see. After Trucy escaped from the coffin down into the understage passage, Mr. Hat was to be pulled up to the catwalk by a winch. Trucy would then pop out on stage through a trapdoor. I was operating Mr. Hat at the time, but I flubbed up where I was supposed to have him stand. I was supposed to make Mr. Hat stand to the left of the coffin, but I messed up and I had him standing to the right by accident. That matches up with what we saw during the show. Yeah, for sure. Huh? But then, doesn't that mean Trucy would have ended up popping up on the side opposite to Mr. Hat? Yeah, if she thought it was going to be on the left side, why did she pop up on the right after all? Yeah, she would have if she hadn't done some quick thinking on her feet. She managed to pop up on the right-hand side for the coffin for me, so the audience never even knew a mistake had been made. Way to go, Trucy! But my mistake caused her so much trouble. I think I'd better ask Trucy about this later, too. Oh, by the way, we'd like to investigate the understage passage. Would that be all right? Oh, yes, by all means. Anything to help prove Trucy's innocence. I'll unlock it for you. Hey, there you are. You got a minute? Oh, Mr. Rettens. Yes, of course. Not you, buddy. The lawyers. They're the ones I want to see. You have business with us? I hear you two are from the same agency as Trucy. Is that true? Yes, that's right. This is for you then. Hang loose, baby. The contract between Take-Two TV, the first party, and Trucy Wright, the second party. If, through the fault of the second party, the show must be canceled in part or in full, the second party will pay $3 million in compensation to the first party. $3 million? Yeah, that's more like it. That shocked reaction, that dopey expression. You'd make a great comedian. Really? I know. I'll put you on my show. We'll get one of those cartoon anvils to fall on your head. Wait a minute. Is this for one of those hidden camera prank shows? You wish. That's an official contract. See for yourselves. You're the lawyers, after all. You should know one when you see one, right? He's right. It's all signed and everything. You better make sure your agency pays what Trilogy owes me. In full. Are you kidding me? The Right Anything Agency doesn't have that kind of money. Then I guess you're gonna have to go fishing for some. I can see it now. Craziest catch. Legend of the Seasick Lawyers. Is that gonna be like deadliest catch, I guess? Fishing on the high seas? No thanks. I can't even swim. Objection! What kind of ridiculous, low-down, unfair, one-sided contract is this? Hey now, there's nothing ridiculous here. It's all perfectly legit. It's got her signature on it, see? My boys have got to see the stupid look on your faces. It's priceless. And post. I'm getting responses already. It's gonna go viral. No, how could he? Bye-bye, reputation. Contract added. Oh boy, that's an interesting wrinkle. You ain't seen nothing yet, baby. I'm gonna drive Tube Grammari and everybody associated with it into the ground. Serves you right for getting involved with the Grammaris. What's this grudge you have against the Grammaris anyway? Huh? What are you talking about? Stress is making you paranoid, champ. Come on, Bonnie. We have more filming to do. Yes, sir. Excuse me, Mr. Lawyer. Oh, and I'll unlock the door to the understage passage for you later. Later, lawyers. Hang loose, baby. Why would Trilogy sign a contract like this? And why did all of this have to happen when Mr. Wright isn't here? We'll have to come back for the understage later. Let's go hear Trilogy's side of the story. Good thinking. We can't let you hit the high seas just yet. There must be something we can do. We can't let the ratings Raja get his way. Alright, yeah, let's go to the detention center. Hey, we finally get an update. April 27th, detention center. Visitor's room. 3, 2, 1, ta-da! Wow, now you made my handcuffs disappear. How did you do that? She's doing magic tricks for the guard? Now, should I try making you disappear next, Mr. Guard? Can you do that? Oh, yes, please. This is so exciting. We should probably stop before there's another incident. Trilogy! Oh, hi, Polly. Hi, Athena. We have some more questions for you. Judging by the look on your faces, it must be about something big. Yeah, I guess you could say that. Things have gotten a little sticky. Oh, and I have to remember to give her that thing she asked for, too. Oh, I haven't forgotten. Let's do that right away. Trilogy's notebook. Here you go, Trilogy. Here's your notebook back. Oh, great. Thank you very much. So what's written in there anyway? It looks like it's full of secrets or something. That's because it is. It was originally my Granddaddy Magnifi Grammari's notebook. That notebook. Okay. He used it like a diary and as a place to jot down ideas for new magic tricks. Some of which only members of Troop Grammari have ever laid eyes on. Wow, this notebook is a really big deal then. Yes, that's why I always kept under lock and key. I bet a magician would do just about anything to get their hands on that notebook. And we found it mixed in with Mr. Rias's belongings. Could he really have been trying to steal it? The Troop Grammari creed is also written inside. A true entertainer always keeps a smile on their face. That creed was passed down to me from my daddy, as his daddy passed it down to him. It's true that Trilogy always keeps a smile on her face. I guess it's due in part to her family creed. Alright, the Grammari notebook updated. Trilogy, I want to talk to you about where we found this notebook. Where the notebook was. We found this notebook mixed in with Mr. Rias's belongings. What? Do you think he might have been trying to steal it? No way! I can't believe it! The great Mysterious would never do such a thing. But would it be so far-fetched if he was after Troop Grammarai's secret tricks? It makes for a pretty compelling motive to take the notebook. Let's talk about the contract next. Trucy, do you remember this contract? Yes, I signed it before I went on stage. What about this liability for compensation article here? Liability for compensation? What are you talking about? Let me see that. What? $3 million? Just as I suspected, she didn't know about that part. I've never seen this article, and I read the whole contract from top to bottom. Yeah, I didn't think you'd miss such a big thing. But there's your signature, so what's going on? Maybe there was some kind of trick involved. You know, like when I signed it? In other words, you think there might be some foul play afoot? And I'm willing to bet that the ratings Raja is the one behind it. Bonnie's mistake. So is he the killer? Like, are we just going to be, like, direct about it? Bonnie told us about the mistake she made on stage. Oh, you mean where Mr. Hat had been placed? Even I was at a loss about what to do for a second there. So how did you fix the problem? Well, I was down in the understage passage when I found out. I had to work my butt off to fix it, let me tell you. So what did she do? After I escaped from the coffin and went down to the understage passage, I got a signal from Bonnie saying she'd made a mistake with Mr. Hat's positioning. No joke, I was freaking out. After all, I had to be back up on stage in a few short minutes. Magical girl Trucy Wright was faced with an unprecedented crisis beneath the stage. Would this spell the end for Trucy and Grammarai Land? And then what happened? Athena's totally hooked. I was supposed to get back up on the stage to the trapdoor number 1 on the left, using a platform that can be raised and lowered called a stage lift. There was a stage lift ready and waiting in the lowered position under trapdoor number 1. But Mr. Hat had been placed on the right, above trapdoor number 2 by mistake. There was already another stage lift under trapdoor number 2, but it was in the raised position since we hadn't planned on using it. Okay, so how did you get it back up onto the stage? Why, through brute strength. I couldn't lower stage lift number 2 by myself, so I pushed it back and out of the way. Then I moved the lowered stage lift number 1 into place under trapdoor number 2. This thing is heavy! I wish I could have moved it with magic. Unfortunately, my magic is useless under the stage. The understage is a dark abyss that drains magicians of all their powers. I can see why it's called the Abyss. I never knew it could take so much out of you. That's just how it goes in the real world. Illusions are created by the blood, sweat, and tears of those behind the scenes. Wow, I learned so much just now. Trucy, have you told anybody else about all this? Nope, nobody. This sounds like some critical information. I'd better make a note of it. Yeah. Trucy moved the stage lifts to cover for Bonnie's mistake. She told nobody about this. Okay, so if anybody brings it up, we now know that there is a contradiction. In any case, we'd better focus on doing something about this contract for now. Trucy signed it in her dressing room, right? No, she signed it with a pen. Ho, ho, ho. Then we better do a little more investigating there. I'm so sorry to put the two of you through all this. Don't worry, we'll get to the bottom of this. There's got to be some kind of mistake. If you need me to, I'm willing to take drastic measures. With my magic! You're not planning on pulling some magical money out of there, are you? No, my magic panties are much better at making things disappear than appear. Do I want to know what she's planning to make disappear? Apollo, we have to do something, anything to fix this. Yeah, Trucy's gonna hire Shelly to kill her to take out that guy. I agree. Let's check out the dressing room again for starters. Okay, and we should finally check out that understage passage, too. The abyss? Then you'll have to go through the backstage area. Be careful down there. This is a long investigation section. April 27th, Penrose Theater. Dressing room. Okay, this is where Trucy signed that contract. Right, and there must have been some kind of trick that was used when she signed it. The question is, what kind of trick and how was it done? If some kind of object or tool was used, there still may be a trace of it somewhere. Like with the pen or the paper. Well, it's time to find the secret to that trick. Auf geht's! Let's do this! Alright, what about this over here? Huh? Hey, take a look at this clipboard. Could you sign this, please, ma'am? Sure thing. Just the one sheet in this clipboard, right? Isn't this the clipboard Trucy used when she signed the contract? I think you're right. Let's give it the once-over. Aha! Let's try opening the folder. Alright. What's this? This part here holds papers in place. Could this clip have something to do with how they conned her? Oh, it bit me! Only you could get hurt by a clipboard, Athena. Yeah, it's possible. Because, like... Wait a minute. What are these? The screw won't budge. I don't think even your crazy strength could budge it. Crazy strength? What kind of thing is that to say to a delicate young lady? I don't see you denying it either. Why are there... Let's see. What about this? It's just a screw. That observation won't get you any laughs. What? Do I have to make with the funny all the time? Yes, laugh. Make us, entertain us. Here we are now. Oh, I see. Because, like... Yeah, I'm kind of seeing how they could have done a flim flam with the way that this has this hole here, you know? And that was over the clipboard, or the clip. So, yeah, something weird happened. Why is this one a Phillips head, and why is this one a slotted head? Let's see. It looks like a screw. I guess that means this clipboard can be taken apart. But I can't loosen this one without a screwdriver. Alright, what about this one? Hey, this screw, it's different from the others. Not only that, but I think it's loose. Look, I can move it. Are you sure you should be fooling with it like that, Apollo? Whoa, it came right out. See, I tried to tell you, but would you listen? No. Huh? Hey, take a look through the hole, Athena. I think there's something back there. Oh, wow, you're right. What is it? Can we look? Nothing particularly interesting here. What about... Oh, what is this? Hey, look! The back panel is loose. I think I can take it off. Got it. You're just breaking things left and right today, aren't you? Look! There's something inside! Is that carbon paper? What is this black sheet of... I want to say paper? Oh, I know. It's carbon paper. Oh, I got it. You put it between two pieces of paper, and it copies what you write onto the bottom one. So when Trucy signed the contract, there was actually another contract underneath. And her signature on the top contract got copied onto the hidden contract. So that's how Trucy was conned. This is that ratings Raj is doing. I just know it. How dare he? You gotta hand it to him, though. He couldn't have been easy fooling Trucy. That girl's no slouch. Yeah, but I bet we can use this clipboard as evidence if we ever take this to trial. Yep. the clipboard used by Trucy to sign her contract. It was also instrumental in the ratings Raja's dishonest dealings. That is interesting. All right, so we took care of that, and now we got to go look at the backstage, right? April 27th, Penrose Theater, the stage. Let's see, we should be able to get to the understage passage from backstage. Hopefully, Bonnie unlocked the door for us like she said she would. And let's head... Okay, we got to examine. Move back there. Back to the backstage. And we'll go to the understage. The door's unlocked. Thank you, Bonnie. Well, Athena, here we go. Wait, what does that say? I'm going to make it big someday too? Just you wait and see? Interesting. April 27th, Penrose Theater, understage. Sure is dark and dusty down here. The Abyss, a magical underworld. And look, there's a denizen of the Abyss now. A fearsome beast with long, sharp fangs, ready to prey on unsuspecting souls. Huh? What do you... Oh, you mean that tiny little rat over there? No, I mean that fearsome beast over there. I take it you don't like rodents? I guess not. Alright, so I see immediately that 2 and 1 are where Athena said that... Or, not Athena. Trucy said that they were. So that's accurate. I want to look at those first. What's this glowy stuff? Oh, it's glow-in-the-dark tape. Hey, this must be what I saw through that secret door in the bottom of the coffin. But who put it here, and why? It's probably a marker of some sort since it's so dark down here. Sounds about right. Maybe it's meant to mark which ladder to climb. But they were both marked, though. Alright. It's a stage lift for getting up to the stage. Trucy moved this one here. I guess it used to be where that yellow tape is. How in the world did she manage to move this huge thing? It couldn't have been easy for her. She's pretty petite. But I bet it'd be easy for you. Just what are you implying? That's it, chump. You're looking up microaggressions later. That was not a micro. That was a macroaggression, thank you very much. That was just plain old smack talk. It's a stage lift for getting up to the stage. It looks like this crank lowers the platform. But Trucy said it's impossible for one person to do it alone. That sounds like a challenge. Now I want to try it. It's probably just broken. Or you could just take people at their word. If I'm reading this room right, this must be the stage lift Trucy moved during the show. Originally it was there, where stage lift number 1 is now. Yep. The stage lift Trucy had to move out of the way during the show, since it was already all the way up. See, that actually makes sense. And then there's the ladder she climbed it down, right? Or is it this one? Is this one? Or is it this one? Let's look at this one. This ladder goes up to the ceiling. I wonder what's just above. Apollo. Oh, all right, fine. I'll climb the ladder. Why does it always have to be ladders? Huh? Where am I? It's pitch black. And cramped, too. You know what I think? I think you're in that coffin we saw backstage. Huh. So that's where this ladder leads. But I still don't get what that coffin was for. Yeah. The one that had the fake, like, relief of the dragon, the baby dragon. Was the body in there originally and moved through here? This ladder goes up to the ceiling. So I guess it leads to one of the trapdoors on stage? Trucy must have used this ladder when she escaped from the coffin. Why don't you climb up there and see if I'm correct? It's not so high. You'll be fine, right? Huh? Why me? You'd make a young lady wearing a skirt climb a ladder. Fine, I'm going. Oh, the lights! It burns! Oh. Are you alright? I can now confirm that the ladder does indeed lead up to the stage. Well, that tasty bit of information was definitely worth risking life and limb. Well done. Nice. Alright. What about this writing on the wall? I'm gonna make it big someday too, just you wait and see. What's all that about? My guess is it's the soulful cry of some poor assistant made to toil here in the darkness. And who would know about the soulful cry of a bitter assistant better than you, right? You really understand the writer's feelings of despair and frustration. Sadly, yes. Yes, I do. I bet they have to clean toilets too. You really shouldn't scribble on the walls, you know, Apollo. It wasn't me! He was the culprit all along. Alright, let's look at the hat. Look at all these props. Hey, there's something in this hat. A dove? Cards? A juice box and some snacks. Looks like somebody planned to have a little treat in the middle of the show. Huh, interesting. And the swords. The sword is the exact same design as the murder weapon. Wait, what's this? Yeah! Ow! What are you doing? That hurts! I think I'm bleeding out! Oh, stop being such a drama queen. It's only rubber. Huh? Hey, you're right! So this must be the sword Trissy used during the trick. After the incident, someone must have switched this rubber sword with the real one on stage. And maybe that's when they brought the rubber sword here. The sword stand added to the court record. Okay. Let's also note that there's a sword, a cane, and another cane? A candy cane? Or a barber pole? Hold on, Apollo. Hear voices. Quick, hide. Huh? Ow! Quit shoving! Hurry up and get down there. Yo, my arm doesn't bend that way. What the heck, Athena? Shh, look. It's so much work pretending to be cute and sweet. Isn't that Bonnie? Hey, Bunny, wait for me! And the rating's Raja? What did we have to hide for, Athena? Because I heard something funny. There was something off in their voices. Oh, right. Athena's super sensitive hearing. Those lawyers are poking around, trying to stir up trouble. Should I be worried? Relax, I didn't say anything to the police, and I won't say anything to them either. You better not, or you're gonna get it. Pow, right in the kisser. What the? Is it just me, or does Bonnie seem kind of different from before? Apollo, shh. I'm sick and tired of this whole investigation. All I want is Trissy's head on a platter. Leave everything to me, babe. Don't forget the power of mass media. TV can accomplish anything. I'll make sure Trissy gets much worse than a guilty verdict. I can't wait to see that girl crying and begging for mercy. You really hate Trissy, don't you, Bunny? I hate her. I loathe her. I can't stand that Trissy right. Just because she's a good little girl at magic, she thinks she's all that. This is exactly what that sniveling brat deserves. Hey, what the heck? If you mess this up, you're gonna really be sorry. You hear me? Or I'll crush you flat, like a cockroach under my foot. Oh, you cute little thing. You're so adorable when you're throwing a fit. Ow, my foot! Can't you take a joke? Come on, grab my things. We're leaving. Oh, I'll lead the hippity-hoppity way, my little button. Okay. Yeah, that's about my reaction to Athena. What was that absolutely revolting scene all about? I guess the entertainment industry attracts all kinds of eccentrics. But that conversation, it set off every red flag in the book. You said it. I smell plot with a capital P-U. Rettins claims he was at the TV station at the time of the incident. And we saw Bonnie on stage ourselves. Hey, Apollo, I have an idea. Why don't we pay Take-Two TV a visit? We can check up on the ratings Raj's alibi while we're there. Sounds like a plan. Take-Two TV. This is a very long investigation section. April 27th, Take-Two TV Studio. Yikes, look at this place. There's so much going on at once, it's making my head spin. Take a look at that screen and listen to those hosts. Insane we haven't been to court yet. Yeah. Magical murder, live audience witnesses, shocking skewering. 17-year-old magician Trucy Wright. See exclusive unedited footage of the heinous crime, complete and uncut. You can't let them broadcast that. Trucy will get tried in the court of public opinion. Well, I doubt we can stop them from airing it. But we can prove her innocence in a real court of law. No matter what garbage they report on TV, we can set the record straight at the trial. Yeah. What else do we have to do? Look into Roger Retton's whereabouts. Okay. Can we talk to anybody? Look at that logo above the screen. Scandal, Gamble, Gambit. Is that the title of the show? Yeah, haven't you ever seen it? They present scandalous rumors about celebrities. And then people bet on whether the rumors are true or not. Ugh, so it's just another tasteless TV show. It looks like Trucy's their next target. Today's scandal is... tragedy on stage. Did Trucy Wright cause an accident, or did she commit murder? It looks like murder is in the lead. Well, I say neither. Then we'll just have to create a third option tomorrow, in court. Alright. Pardon me, I know you're busy right now. What are you guys, street? Street? Does that mean people off the street or something? We're Trucy Wright's lawyers. Oh, okay, lawyers, got it. Well, what do you want? He must be really busy. He hasn't even looked this way. We're investigating the incident that occurred at the magic show this morning, and we heard that Roger Rettins was in charge of the program. Yeah, that's right. The guy hates magic, but the show was all his idea. Just between you and me, I think it was Bonnie that egged him on. Egged him on? How so? I saw the two of them together, walking along arm in arm. I bet she sweet-talked him into doing the program because she wanted the work. She hasn't been selling very well on her own, apparently. I see. Oh, hey, if you're looking into the incident, I guess you'd want the show footage, right? It's on the disc in my back pocket, if you want to go ahead and fish it out. Wow, thank you very much. He turned out to be surprisingly helpful. Show footage. A disc with the recording of Trucy's escape on it. Okay. Wait. Let's see, huh? You want something else? No, we're good. Thanks for your help earlier. That's a pretty big back pocket. You have to be able to fit a whole disc in there. Yeah, I can fit all kinds of things in there. It's pretty handy for when I have to be out on location. Really? So what other kinds of things do you put in there? Sir? Maybe I'd better not tell you. Huh? No, I really want to know. Alright. What about these stuff? I wonder what that guy sitting down there is doing. It looks like he's reading that script he's holding. What? Are you serious? Those two are gonna break up? What? And the series is going on hiatus because the cartoonist is sick? No way! I think he's reading a comic book he's hiding in his script. If you're gonna goof off on set, that's a pretty bold way to do it. What about you? Excuse me, we're looking into the incident that happened at the magic show this morning? Oh, that? Yeah, I was the cameraman for that. Can you tell us anything about what you saw? Bonnie was soups adorbs. That's not exactly what I couldn't get enough of her. I filmed her the whole time. Got some primo footage if I do say so myself. I'd better quit before he decides to share what he intends to do with said footage. What about this? Take 2. This must be a video production workstation of some sort. That coffee cup looks awfully familiar. Yeah, that's where Mr. Rettens always sits. He's very hands-on, you know. You'll always find him on the set of his projects. But he was here at the station during the magic show, right? Yeah, Willie had 2 shows going at once this morning. He had his regular program to oversee here, so he couldn't be at the Penrose. So you can vouch for him that he was here at the station during the magic show? What, like an alibi? Sure can. He was definitely here. Still, after a while, he couldn't stand being away from the Penrose, it seems. As soon as his part was over here, he took a taxi to the theater. But he apparently didn't get there until after the thing had already occurred. Sounds like he has a rock-solid alibi. Well, I guess we just got about everything we can out of this place. It looks like Retten's alibi is pretty airtight. But if that's true, then who could have killed Mr. Rias? Looks like we're pretty much done here. Should we go back to the office? We can get a snack and talk over our plan of attack. Sounds good to me. And what is this? Slot machines? A slot machine and roulette wheel, huh? They really went on all in with the gambling theme. It looks like that slot machine really works. I've always wanted to give gambling a try. It's not worth it. Besides, you're not even old enough to gamble in most states yet. That's alright. I get to experience it enough in court. I'm guessing whether you'll win or lose the case on any given day. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Don't worry, Apollo. I only bet on winners and I haven't lost yet. That's nice. Alright, back to the office. April 27th, Write Anything Agency. What in the world? What's going on here? All these stickers say repossessed. Who did this? Who's responsible for this? Well, now, this is a restricted area, champ. No trespassing. Trespassing? But this is our office. You're the one who's trespassing. Enough with the lip, boy. Don't tell me you forgot about your debt. What are you talking about? I'm just abiding by the contract. If the agency can't pay me, I have every right to seize its property, am I right? Just like that? We haven't even had a chance to take this to trial. Hey, if you're gonna be mad, shouldn't Trucy be the one you're mad at? I told you, it serves you right for getting involved with those grammar eyes. Why, you dirty rotten. Office seizure. What are you going to do with all of our stuff? Sell it, of course, every last bit of it. That's why I'm seizing everything. And I'll take this little office of yours, too. You think you can just waltz in here and do whatever you want? Indeed, I do, unless you write whatever warehouse joker's got 3 million ready. Ugh. That I know then, because I gotta recoup my money somehow. After all, the entire program went south because of Trucy. It's called liability for compensation, and this infantile agency is the liable party. Why, you black-hearted... Hey, Apollo, what about the crooked clipboard? It's no good. We don't have any proof that Rettens was behind it. Darn. Hey, you're gonna have to do better than that, folks. Looks like they famed Mr. Wright left behind nothing but incompetent noobs to run things. No way. He was counting on Mr. Wright to be away for this plan of his. What a two-bit thug. We'll show him. Heh, there's the sugar, that expression. It's priceless. So, how does it feel to lose the precious office your boss left you in charge of? Now, not to rub it in or anything, but I think you should know where you stand right now. Oh man, what now? Where we stand. Here, have a gander. The trial of young, up-and-coming magician Trucy Wright is scheduled for tomorrow. We're here, just outside the office of the suspect, hoping for an exclusive peek inside. What? Is this live? Oh, Apollo, look! There's a sea of reporters outside. Oh, a questionable-looking pair are peeking out the window at this very moment. Our viewers at home can see for themselves their vicious, brutal expressions. Yellow journalism at its finest. And that's the way it is. The majority of the public already thinks Trucy is guilty. They saw the whole thing happen with their own eyes during the show's live broadcast. Everybody in the country is against you. No way. No office, no allies. Are you sure you still want to represent that girl? Of course we do. We believe in her innocence. Go ahead, think what you want. It's a free country. Just know that you'll be the biggest losers in the end. In the meantime, feel free to keep on flopping around like the dying fish you are. Now then, gotta be out of here by tomorrow. Take in this cozy little office tonight while you still can. Hang loose, baby! I can't believe we let Mr. Wright's office get placed under seizure. Of all the... This is just ridiculous. Eh! Look out! Clear out, we don't want murderers here. Hey, if it's a fight you want, I'll take you on. Come on! Yikes, let's get out of here before we get killed too. I can't believe this is happening. We have to do something to protect ourselves, and fast. It's Mr. Wright. Apollo, I got your messages. How is she? Is Trucy okay? She's not crying, is she? Does she have a lawyer? Mr. Wright! It's all a giant mess! Poor Trucy. In the office. Our office! Apollo? Okay. We'd better both take a deep breath. Wow, I see. And he's saying you have to be out by tomorrow? I'm so sorry, Mr. Wright. I wish there was something I could have done. This is quite the mess, isn't it? Even if I left right now, I wouldn't be there in time for the trial tomorrow. I'm sorry, Apollo, but I need you to handle this for me. Of course! We can handle the defense, but the office... It's too soon to give up on that. What do you mean? The contract only addresses Trucy's liability if she causes the show to be cancelled. So, you just have to prove in court tomorrow that it wasn't Trucy's fault. Hey, you're right! So everything depends on your winning that trial tomorrow. Trucy's fate, and the fate of our office. It's all riding on your shoulders, Apollo. I know. I'll be fine, right? Apollo! I've been watching you grow over these past 2 years. That's why I can say with absolute confidence that you'll be fine. Really? I've seen you earn victory after victory in some pretty dicey situations. And guide Athena, helping her along her way too. That's why I know you're ready. Why I know I can leave Trucy and the office to you. I believe in you, Apollo. Thank you, Mr. Wright. Good luck tomorrow. Thank you. I'm fine. Everything will be fine. You can call me anytime if you feel a need to, but I'll be fine on my own, right? Yes. I think so too. I can do this. That's the spirit. Give it your best out there, Apollo. Beep. All right. Oh, interesting. So maybe only one trial day? Yeah, I wonder. Like an extra long investigation and a long trial? What is it, Apollo? What are you smiling about? Who, me? It's nothing. Mr. Wright believes in me. I can't let him down. We have to win this trial, Athena. I couldn't agree more. And I'll do everything in my power to help. All right. Our opponent tomorrow. Prosecutor Sadmati, huh? Why now of all times? Still, I don't care who it is. I can't afford to let my guard down for anyone. Oh, is this our prosecutor?
O restless, wandering soul of the dead.
Prosecutor Sadmati. Oh. Sorry to disturb you, but I figured I should tell you. The lead attorney's been decided. It's Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice.
Okay. To be continued. And it will be next time. We're going to do the trial for the magical turnabout. We'll see you then.